Jameer Gibbs, breakout season, loading.
Inside the 5, Gibbs to the end zone, touchdown!
Woodward Sports, the most dominant Detroit sports coverage around.
Yeah, everybody's energy is up today, and I hope yours is too. Welcome in. It's the Braylon Edwards Show on Woodward Sports 2.0. Excited to have you in on this beautiful Tuesday, if you will. Saying hello to my host, Anson Wells. Anson, how you feeling? A lot to talk about. How you feeling?
I'm hot.
I wasn't even going to point it out. You know, I wasn't going to do that to our listeners. I wasn't going to complain. I wasn't going to do that to Joey, but it is a tad bit hot in the studio today.
Bit.
Working on HVAC system, you know, that's the one thing when you get new spot, new positioning,
an
a new
old building.
Exactly, old buildings, you tend to have to rewire that whole situation, but it will get taken care of eventually. Right now, it's
this one's going longer than the last one. It's just not quite as hot outside, but we were rocking 84.
That's what's saving us. Like if it was 90 plus outside right now,
no doubt,
we have to see a shirtless Justin Satawa as I welcome in today. What's up, Jay?
One can only hope.
What's up, Jay?
Only hope.
We're on the break right now. Honestly, it's pretty hot outside, but we know we're chilling. You know, keeping it breezy, right? Braylon? Come on, baby.
Yeah, one of us since Sweet Potato Cam Riley will be along for the journey as well.
Hey,
excited to have them in. There he is over there, the resident Zen master, if you will. Sweet Potato Cam, the chill vibes, the yogi instructor, all those good things. Blessings to be with you guys as well. Now, we will talk about the game last night. It was the Detroit Tigers and the Chicago Cubs. You talk about excitement. You talk about fun. You talk about glued to your seats from inning 1 to 10. Last night gave you all that and a bit more, and your Detroit Tigers came out the winners of that. We'll talk a little bit about the Detroit Lions. Couple positions that interesting who they have starting in these positions. We'll talk a little bit about that. And then Justin has some fun for us in the second hour as it relates to college football. But before we get there are two things to talk about. One at the end of the show, one now. I don't know what this means, but I'll go for it. Today is illegal drinking day. Is that how it's pronounced?
I thought it was drinking age day.
Oh, drinking age day. That's what I didn't
know which either one means.
So drinking age day, I think that makes it even better. When you presented it to me, I was like, illegal drinking age, that doesn't even matter. It doesn't even make sense. But drinking age day.
Drinking age day.
Made us think about drinking stories. Made us think about the very first time that you had some of the hooch. And what did it do for you? Anybody want to start this topic?
I'll start.
You'll start. Anson,
no.
First time you had a little bit of the hooch. Were you of age? Now, you got to say whether you were of age or not.
Okay, now, technically, I was of age.
Okay.
We are going back to Spain. The
Shout
trip
out.
I told you about.
This is
the
the same
reason
trip?
I was pulling, it was. And it was, well, I had a couple of drinks throughout it because in
pops.
Spain, it's no big deal. But the last day, shout out one of my original mentors, Jerry White. Really taught me how to throw a football even.
Jerry White just sounds like a football name.
He was, man. Rochester Redskins, bro.
It's a football. Has to be football.
Oh, yeah. And his big brother, actually, he played Division I.
Okay.
Shout out Mark White. But and Doc White. I got to give my love to the family. But, yeah, he just called me out because I never was tall, right? Freshman year, 5 foot 89 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
Braces and bad hair.
Yeah, it went straight to your system.
That's right. After sophomore year, though, so I might have been 5'2", 5'3", we went to Spain. And Jerry just didn't think I could drink. He didn't believe that I'd have been having some drinks during the trip, so he challenged me. And the tequila was the challenge.
Woo! Fresh out the gate?
I triumphed. And I failed because he was mad impressed. Yeah. But by the time we got back to the end of it, I did pick up my Spanish teacher, carried her around the bar, and our guide. But I puked all over the balcony.
There it is.
I puked all over the balcony.
There we go.
So much that it was splashing onto the other balconies. Okay. And I was laughing and proud the whole damn time. 16 years old. I waited a little bit longer, but absolutely worth it. No regrets whatsoever.
Yeah, projectiling over a balcony, that's a new experience on me.
No, it was my balcony splashing so hard it was projectiling to the neighboring balcony.
That is a bit tough, man. I guess when you were telling these stories, I I typically think that is the end game. I'll tell mine.
It's the end game.
So I always was able to run away from it in middle school, high school, the whole 9 yards. I never felt prelude to a kiss. My dad was stickler about that. My parents didn't drink in front of me per se.
Smart.
So I didn't see it, didn't do it, didn't indulge in it. So I went through high school unblemished, unfazed. I get to college, and everybody tells me, "Oh yeah, you're in college now. Your teammates, you're up there with the big boys. I know you're gonna be drinking." Guess what? Freshman year, escaped. Sophomore year, escaped my freshman year with no drinks. Escaped my sophomore year.
Wow.
Escaped my sophomore year, no drinks, up until 2003. Here we go. Going into my junior year, 2003. 50 Cent is on tour. Famous album Get Rich or Die Trying has finally come back to the city.
Year,
and you know who he signed with, ladies and gentlemen. That is Shady Aftermath Records. So Eminem actually opened up for 50 Cent.
I was at that show.
You were. Eminem opened up for him.
Yeah.
So let me take you back a little bit. As we're leaving Ann Arbor, we're at the Campus Corner store. If you know, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to State and Packer. You know what time it is. So we're at Campus Corner. My teammates, I won't do them. Who cares? Marlon Jackson, Tim Massacoy, these are my guys. Studs, shout out, love you guys. Marlon Jackson, the best defender that I faced when I was in the collegiate level. Like, he was like that at the DB position. They were drinking Bacardi O and Sunkiss at the time. This is the Bacardi wave.
Whoa.
This is Bacardi O, Bacardi Sunkiss, Bacardi Limon and something else, Bacardi Apple Raz, all that crazy stuff that get you sugar and get you sick. You see where I'm going with the story. We get in the limo. We're heading down. One of my boys, Stephen Baker, a walk-on, University of Michigan. Parents had that bread. He was from New York. Invited us down. We go to the concert. When we're at Campus Corner, we get in the inside. I say, you know what? Today is the day that I'm going to have a drink, Justin Satawa. Today is the day that I'm indulging my boys. I said, that's all it is? It's just Sunkiss Pop and a little bit of Bacardi O? I said, you know what? Make me one of those. Boys make me one. I smacked it.
Let me get another.
Campus Corner to the Fox. It's about a 40-minute ride if you say, yo, give me another one.
That's right.
Had another one halfway in. I said, you know what? I'll have some more. Sipped on half of another one. Keep in mind, I've never drunk before. Keep in mind, this is Sunkiss Pop, full of glucose, full of sugar, mixed with Bacardi O. And what are we doing for 40 minutes? We're sitting down. We're sitting down. I never stood up. I never understood what that feeling was like. So we pull up to the Fox. As soon as we get there, I step out of the limo. It's all down bad for Be Easy. It's all down bad for Be Easy. I'm like, hey, we got to get somewhere. Was able to get to a trash can. They were able to get me inside. They were able to get me to the seats. Because I'm chilling. I'm in the seats, but it's coming. 50 Cent went last. Eminem opened up. I didn't see any of Eminem. I didn't see any of the DJ that got the crowd hype. I didn't see any of that. Had a bag. I was over the bag the whole entire Eminem and opening act performance. But you know the best thing about being 19, Sweet Potato Cam? The rally cap was in. The rally cap was in. We bounced back. We made it through the 50 Cent show. Was able to even go to the after party that was at Envy that night. I think the party was at Envy. Went to the party. Whole time I didn't brush my teeth. I felt terrible. Whole time I didn't brush my teeth. But that is my first story. And then took me a whole nother year to get back to that point because I was scared straight, as they say. So that's my first drinking experience. 50 Cent. Love the concert. Eminem, I forgot you were there. Didn't even know.
That 50 Cent show was lit, though.
You got Eminem opening up.
Yeah. He climbed up that big-ass speaker, too, was flexing. Oh, my. Had the bulletproof vest on and everything. That shit was hard.
It was sick, too. He was leaning into that bulletproof vest because a lot was going on at the time, and he really needed to wear that bulletproof vest, especially in the city of Detroit. Satawa, what you got for me, man?
I don't have anything like that, Braylon. I'm
glad.
That was a good story, though.
Yeah, that was a great story. Yeah. I just got, I got the classic hockey player story. Me and a couple of my buddies when we were, of a certain age, not of age, but of a certain age that you usually do this stuff at. Just had a couple brewskis and shit in my basement, and allegedly, and that's it.
Allegedly. I like the alleged side of it. Sweet Potato Cam.
Oh, my goodness.
What you got for us, man? You got to wrap us up.
Well, I mean, to be real with y'all, way too many stories, so I will just inform y'all about the inception of it.
Okay.
Shout out to my pops. Helped him. I was side by side with him while he remodeled the entire home. Whenever he turned his back, best believe I was taking nips.
Little nippy nip.
Of that old
Okay.
Milwaukee beer.
Hey.
With the vintage koozie that I still have in my kitchen and use on a daily.
You look like a koozie guy. Like that,
Big time koozie guy.
I love that. There was nothing negative in that comment. There was no negativity. There was no angst. There was just
You look like a koozie guy.
Oh, yeah.
Koozies are cool.
What's wrong with a
cool.
koozie? Hey, plus I also
It look like a koozie guy, man. Bob Koozie, baby.
You got it.
Yeah.
You already
Cam
know.
Koozie over there.
Cam Koozie. That might be the new
Koozie's where
nickname.
it's at.
Potato Koozie.
Never leave home without one.
See, your hands
Koozie,
never
baby.
get wet.
That is
Never
too
get the
funny,
precipitation,
man.
the dew on your hand.
And
if
it
you
keeps
would.
a drink cooler.
That's
There
right,
you go.
sure
I
does.
know we can't be the only one having fun with this topic. Anson,
they're
there
not-
has
we're
to
not.
be some fun
you
ones
already know.
in that chat.
In fact, it's all legends piping in here.
Let's get it.
John effing Lord, he was 16 at his step-uncle's birthday party. Tried some white lightning for the first time. Went asleep on a lawn chair. Michael
On the
Wary, the
boat.
light police, was 14, and his dad gave him his first shot of moonshine.
There we go. Had that in there
Burned
for you.
So bad is what he said.
It should.
Rando also was 14.
Moonshine burns at
an-
44.
It sure does, brother.
What?
14 at an older girl's party, says Rando Smalls. Down the street, 5 o'clock vodka and lime Kool-Aid.
Pop off.
To this day can't drink lime Kool-Aid. And that is my next question.
That's
but
fair.
I got to finish up here with Freddie Feltz.
Freddie Fell, what's up, brother?
Was he? It's in here.
Appreciate the
somewhere.
little shipment there.
Yeah, I got slizzed off the Jose Cuervo at my cousin's quinceañera. I, too, was 15, and
15.
my parents busted me towards the end of the night. Grounded for a month. But the last one brings up a great question.
Okay.
What is the liquor you can't drink anymore?
Oh, man, it's easy. Patron, really, but Cafe Patron. I don't know what it was for me. Like, whenever the new stuff came out when I was in the league, like, my crew, we were going to have it. We were going to party. We were going to do the tables, the bottles, pop, the champagne, the sparkles.
Hypnotic.
When when Cafe Patron came out, which is a coffee liqueur, thick, syrupy, when that stuff came out, we were drinking it like cats and dogs. It's summertime. You get where I'm going with that.
Milk was a bad choice.
Let's just say the crew had too many experiences with that. Like, when I see it to this day, if I see that purple label,
No.
yeah, Cafe Patron, it's a horrible thing.
SoCo.
It's a horrible thing.
SoCo.
Peppermint
SoCo,
schnapps.
Southern
Comfort.
Yeah.
How does anyone
Peppermint
drink
schnapps.
that?
Peppermint schnapps.
Also, Aftershock.
Yeah.
Aftershock with the little rock candy
Oh,
in the
yeah, I
bottom.
remember that. Yeah.
Keep it away, Cam.
Keep it away.
I know Riley's got one.
Yeah, he does.
I know.
He went to Michigan State.
That's right. How do you do it, baby? You do it right. Like a
All
Spartan.
right, make it quick,
Well,
Sparty. See
yeah,
what you got.
so I can do it again now, but it was for a while. It's the way that it came out and it looked, but Jaeger. Like when you throw up Jaeger, it looks like you're throwing up like
I think
black
Jaeger's on a
tar.
lot of people's
you know?
lists.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But I overcame that. I just I have to drink it like unbelievably cold. Like it has to be in a freezer for like a
Lose
week.
that thing.
Nah.
There we go.
Yes. Lose.
Shout out. No, that's similar. Like Jaeger, kind of similar to that coffee Patron, that dark, thick substance, if you will, man. Like it. Once you've had enough of it, you had enough of it. You know what? And with that segue,
So many
perfect
SoCos
opportunity.
in here.
You said what?
Everybody's listing SoCo as theirs as
SoCo,
well.
Southern Comfort. Shout out to Southern Comfort, and shout out to your Detroit Tigers, man. I alluded to it when we were talking about last night. A game, I won't say for the ages, nothing like that, but it was a game of the summer, and it was a game of fun in which your Tigers won in extra innings. We will get to that when we get back. A lot to really talk about this topic. I see Gordo getting excited over there on his
Yeah, he
laptop,
is.
so he's ready to chomp at the bit to talk about your Detroit Tigers. Anson, before we do that, tell me about All Day IPA.
Listen, we're all going to need something nice and cool after we get out of here. All Day IPA, that's a great choice because it's not bitter. It's refreshing, citrusy, balanced, and it's got that 4.7% alcohol by volume. It's hot out there, so when you hit the store up, look for that King of the IPA for 15 years now from Founders Brewing. I'm talking about All Day IPA. But when you get your hands on one, you make sure that you drink it responsibly.
Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Bray.
Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. Sorry I was a little slow about that, but they're never slow with everything that they're bringing you, which is new equipment and the vibe. It's the place to be, man. You simply walk in, it's fun, there's no judgment, and it's home to everything that you need it to be. Start your journey, continue, or excel. You already know the spiel. You got to do it at Planet Fitness. I'm telling you, was in Planet Fitness a couple days ago. The energy in the summer, people are feeling good. A lot of these individuals, they're just like you, man. They want to start, and they started at Planet Fitness, where you should. Remember, we're all strong on this planet, and that planet is Planet Fitness. Speaking of being strong on the planet, that is what the Tigers were last night. They stayed resilient as they fought off the Chicago Cubs to the tune of 8-6 as they win in extra innings. Now, this game had everything. It had strikeouts, stolen bases, pickoffs. It had dingers, bombs, double dingers, if you will. Shout out, you see what I did there. This was just a fun game to watch, especially now the Tigers are 3-1 coming off the All-Star break, 7-3 in their last 10 contests. But just thinking about last night, Justin, when you watched that game, you saw all the things, even Gleyber Torres, who's just coming back off the IL. What did you take from last night's win? Let me start there. You can highlight the game, but what did you take from last night's win?
How important a guy like Gleyber Torres is for this roster. I mean, we always talk about how depleted the right-handed bats are. Well, when you have Gleyber Torres, it really makes that top of the lineup really tough to pitch against, especially in those first innings. But you have guys like McGonigal and Torres who take so many pitches and have professional-level eyes. They force pitchers constantly to have those 20-pitch first innings on top of setting the table for our power hitters such as Riley Green, even though Kerry Carpenter's on a slide, even though Torque has been hot and cold. I mean, they need to set the table for those guys to be able to hit them in. So I really like that. Jansen, Rocky Waters able to come through there. That was nice to see. I mean, other than that, though, this team is very hard to get a read on. I know we'll talk about that more when we talk about the grand scheme of things, but it was good to see the offense alive and well and not, end up blowing that lead that they were able to jump out to after that electric first inning.
Yeah, you brought up Kylie Jensen. Kylie Jensen, he did his thing last night. You're talking about the bottom of the ninth, legitimately has a batter, 3 balls, 0 strikes, bases loaded, 1 strike, 2 strike, 3 strikes, got the inning, got the extra inning. Shout out for him to being resilient in that moment. Going back to the first inning, though, Anson, 6 pitches, 4 runs. Couldn't have been a better start for the Detroit Tigers, who we've been talking about it. Bats, bats, bats. That's what they're starting to show us a little bit. You saw it in the first inning.
Justin, what did I tell you? Remember I told you midsummer when they bring the juice ball out, the Tigers are going to be in great shape because their pitching is dominant right now. I mean, you got 4 guys and really 5 that are pitching as well as you could ask for. But the bats, not only are they waking up, but the confidence is starting to filter through all of them. When you get an extra guy taking pitches, much like you mentioned, it changes everything. You only got 1 guy taking pitches in that order, and if he has a short at-bat, you're not doing anything to the opposing pitching. With those 2 guys in the lineup at this point, if both of them don't get an early slap at it, they're both going to take 12 to 20 pitches themselves. And if you get just one of them doing that each time they're up, much less both of them, it changes everything for this game. This team was seeing starting pitchers far too long in the games. They're seeing less of that. And then Kenley Jansen, listen, I mean, he's no spring chicken anymore. You saw what he was able to do last year in the league, and we want to see more of that. Last night, not only the 3-0, but he saw back-to-back batters with the bases loaded and reached 3 balls. And then he reached back into that old bag of veteran tricks and got the Tigers out of it. And listen, it's not about the starting pitching, and it's even less so about the bats right now. It really seems to be about the bullpen. And if these guys, I mean, they gave the game away and got it back a couple times last night, it seems like. But are they figuring it out? Seems like it.
Seems like they are figuring it out, man. And, two, you talk about extra innings, Justin. They get to the 10th inning, and everything just seemed to go right for the Tigers in that 10th inning. They picked up 3 more runs, and even the Cubs. Cubs had 2 errors in that 10th inning, so everything that could go right for the Tigers, it did. Everything that could go wrong for the Cubs, it did. But once again, you saw the batting, and you saw the resiliency. I think when you see a team respond like that in the 9th, bottom, and then in the 10th, you got to say something strong about them. Excuse me, the top of the 9th as well as the top of the 10th.
Sorry, I was looking at stats. I apologize. I was trying to get my point in order. But yeah, you're right. And that's something we haven't seen. Like in the beginning of the year when they were on that losing streak that they started off the season with, they weren't getting any bounces. They were time and time again were getting thrown out on critical and like the whole thing with the Vierling steal in the Angels game where he was safe and we weren't getting those types of bounces. So it's just been nice to see. And then the bats are coming alive. And the question I have as our resident, Tigers expert comes in here. Shout out to Gordo.
What's going on, everybody?
Gordo, what we're talking about is how the dynamics of the order have really changed now with Gleyber Torres. And now we have Javi Baez in the midst of his rehab starts as well. Javier Baez?
Oh, okay. I got excited.
El Mago?
Bees. Shout out. Yeah, no, Gleyber Torres, in my opinion, has unlocked this Tigers offense. And we saw it last night. We've seen it with the limited showings that we've had previously. I know that this is not Gleyber's first time dealing with some injuries, this season. It's been a battle, but he was able to battle back from that. And last night was a war. Absolutely was a war. For you to have, Gleyber and McGonigal as a 1-2 punch to set up the rest of your lineup, it takes so much pressure off of a Spencer Torkelson, off of a Colt Keith, off of Riley Green, Dylan Dingler. Dingler's in the 5 spot now. He's so much more comfortable to just be able to take the pitches that come to him.
Somebody's pissed about not being on the All-Star team, I say.
Well, yeah, I mean he definitely should have been a starter, no doubt. But man, I was very impressed with what I saw out of the Tigers overall last night, and there was a couple of moments where things hung in the balance. The pitching got a little sketchy at times. I know Kyle Finnegan came in, gave up 2 runs. You don't like to see that. And Kenley Jansen obviously had us teetering over the edge, but we hung in there and got the dub. Defensively as well, having a Gleyber Torres just kind of rounds out the the middle of your infield, and we saw that firsthand with Dylan Dingler. I believe it was top of the 9th, hosed down. Who was it? Amaya, I believe, at second, and perfect play from Gleyber Torres. Boom, and that shut down. Or no, it was Suzuki. I'm sorry, and that shut down a lot of progress for the Cubs in that instance. So, it's magnitudes of difference having that guy back.
His magnitudes of difference, man. I had a question, and I'm going to phrase that. I'll wait to the end of the segment to phrase that question, set us up for the next segment. But I was talking to a guy at the gym earlier today, and it's an older guy. Guy was about 72, 73 years old. And whenever you're talking about the older guard doesn't like to do what? They don't like to lean into the new guard. They don't like to say that this guy might be better.
Make
or
him
this
earn
guy is as good. I'm listening to the guy in the conversation. Wasn't even talking to me. He was talking to another guy in the gym. And he says, boy, that Kevin McGonigal is good. Boy, that Kevin McGonigal reminds me of how good Alan Trammell was. Boy, I think Kevin McGonigal might be better than Alan Trammell. Now, you know people from the Mariners don't talk like that. They don't talk like that. This is the conversation that is being had about Kevin McGonigal. So it made me look up his stats just for a little bit. Kevin McGonigal's numbers are better than Alan Trammell as a rookie. They are flat out better. 281 to 261, 391 to 335, 425 to 399, and 816 to 675. Right now he's having a hell of a year as a rookie.
When the old school generation gives respect,
I was happy to hear
it. For sure. It's because they just recognize an old school baller. And that's what he is. He plays the game the right way, the way that we came. And that's why we love Cade. Cade's not out there flopping. He plays the game we grew up loving and wanting you to play it. 80s basketball. Yeah, St. Brown the same way. And we got a lot of these guys in Detroit right now, which we're very blessed to have. And he is the quintessential Tiger of the future. Because listen, if it's Max Clark having this right now, he's not getting embraced by that generation, even if he's put up the same numbers, because he's got the bling and he's loud and boisterous. McGonigal's out there doing his business, keeping it chill, just being an old school type of baseball player. And all generations can embrace that.
Kind of like how the city fell in love with Barry Sanders.
Easy.
If you will. You were talking about the same.
Flip it to the ref, baby.
You're talking about the same thing earlier, talking about Kevin McGonigal and talking about people that are older realizing how special he is. Give us your story.
Yeah, no, my pops has, it's somebody that at first he was like, oh, well, I don't know, really know who this kid is. He's come up the system pretty quick. Like, let's, really see what happens. Man, my pops did a 180 on Kevin McGonigal really quick. Not to say that he was negative or anything, but to hear the way that he's speaking of him glowingly, like I haven't seen a Tiger that's made me this excited since, who did he, like JD Martinez is somebody that he mentioned. Just the way that he carries himself, like, the JV, like a Miggy, like there's a lot of comparisons here that can get really can get kind of crazy, but you start this well, it's amazing. And he joins Ty Cobb as being one of the only players in Tigers history that have 100 hits in less than 100 games. So he's in some pretty historic, you could say, what would you say? He's in a historic company.
Yeah, 100%.
And you look at him as a player, and he does not necessarily have a foreseeable weakness. Like, he is such a complete ball player, which I think is a lost art in this current MLB. Everyone wants to hit the long stick and hit the long ball. And I honestly wish that we still had the long fences, because I would love to see what Kevin McGonigal, the way that he can spray the ball across all fields. If we still had the deep fences, and we still, we have it to a degree, but back in the day, like when Miggy was hitting into the alleys, oh my good Lord, I'd love to see McGonigal hitting into those.
I know Skubal wishes we had those deep fences as well.
Oh yeah. And so sorry, Bray.
No, go ahead.
It's the batting eye. It's the smooth lefty swing. It's the ability to play multiple positions at a plus level. It's the base running. It is the IQ. It is all those things that make him such a special baseball player, which is why, like my dad's the same thing. Like my dad, he knew about McGonigal and he was down on Max Clark, like most, of this older generation.
Yeah, of course.
However,
all of that,
he loved McGonigal, and then from the start, from that first game we went to go watch him in San Diego,
you guys were there.
He was in love with him, and I fell in love with him too. I mean, I
bought the jersey right after that game. I bought the jersey immediately following.
So did I, and we that's just how special. Like, we don't have a lot of those special players in Detroit that like immediately, like from the jump, like MLB debut or NBA debut. I mean, I guess the Cade would be really the only one where from the second they touched the light of Detroit sports arena, they took it and dominated it and have cornered the market on becoming a superstar.
It's like Cade when he put the buffs on, or Penne when he stood up to Aaron Donald.
Like
that's that moment where we're like, he's our guy. You kind of fall in love.
City of Detroit also likes people to go to work.
Mm-hmm.
We also like people to come in, put your hard hat on, grab your lunch pail, and go to work. And that's exactly what Kevin McGonigal does every single game. Now, before we go to this commercial break, I want to ask you a question. The Tigers hit a 4.5 out of the wild card, 6.5 back in their own division behind the White Sox. But watching this team after 100 games, they're now 47-53. It seems like they're figuring things out. You're watching, you're excited, you're leaning back in, you're buying back in. Remember the movie Hook? Remember the movie Hook with Robin Williams? It's a Peter Pan movie. It's Robin Williams. Yeah. He's now a 42-year-old man. He's older, if you will. And then Tinkerbell, Julia Roberts finds him, brings him back to Neverland and try to recreate him being Peter Pan, make him re-believe in being Peter Pan. Well, there's a scene where he starts to figure it out, and one of the little lost boys says to him, "There you are, Peter. There you are." I wonder for you guys, and this is the question, watching these Tigers, is that what you're starting to see? There you are, Tigers, the team that was able to start last year like they did. There you are, Tigers, the team that was able to be resilient 2 seasons ago and make it to the second round of the MLB postseason. When we get back, let me know if that's where you are with this Tigers. There you are, as you're starting to see things happen for your Detroit Tigers. When we come back, we'll talk about it. Let's get a message in now. Justin Satawa from Water Hazard.
Oh,
let me tell you about Water Hazard. Yes, sir. Water Hazard is a premium light carbonated cocktail that is real vodka, natural flavors, and look, it's hot out. I'm about to go grab one of these bitches. I can't lie, because when you need a refreshing drink on a hot day, whether it's at Art and Jake's, proudly serving it at every location, or on the golf course, or on a boat, tap in Water Hazard. Clean, refreshing, and a great vodka-based cocktail to make sure that you're enjoying these long summer days as they come to an end.
The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or Bust Lions network.
Finally, life-enhancing LASIK surgery at a price you can afford. Michigan's most experienced eye surgeon, Dr. Yaldo, is offering the most advanced LASIK at just $1,699 per eye, regardless of your prescription. Imagine not just being free from contacts and glasses, but actually seeing better without them. This limited 2026 spring offer is thousands less than others charge. Go to YaldoEyeCenter.com for your free evaluation and save.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Hey guys, you just saw Yaldo talking about that amazing summer special that we partnered up with them to offer you. Doesn't matter what your prescription is. I know you've been thinking about LASIK, an 8-minute painless procedure that will have you seeing 20/20 by the next day. So make the call. There's a number, 248-553-9800. Again, that special, $16.99 per eye. That's amazing. My old man did it, changed his life. I know lots of my friends that swear by it. And again, you've been thinking about it, so why wait? Make the call today. The Aldo Eye Center. Let's go.
And we are back, Braylon Edwards Show, on Tuesday, talking about your Detroit Tigers, who are now 6.5 back in the division, 4.5 back for the wild card 3 spot. Question I asked right before the break: is that where you are with your Tigers? There you are. You now see where they are. You now see people coming off injury. You now see the bats getting hot. You see the bullpen being able to be resilient towards the end of games. You see in-game managing being back at where it used to be from A.J. Hinch. Anson, I come to you to start. You know, looking at this wild card chase, looking at the Red Sox, who probably won't catch that spot, at least not right now, how hot they are. The Baltimore Orioles are the other team that's hot, 7-3. But you look at the Rangers and you look at the Astros struggling a bit. Are you there with the Tigers in terms of what you're seeing, you believing in this pace? Or is this just coming out of what you kind of talked about before the All-Star break? Well, they're going to get some spots in there. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, personally, and listen, chat, we want to hear from you guys. Please smash that like button. We're a little low right now.
Smash!
That's right. Justin, get us to at least 50 in that first hour. Please share the stream and get your super chats in, because we want to hear from you, whether you're buying in now, whether you've never lost hope, or whether it was last night that got you back. But for me, I've never really lost faith in this team just because of the craziness I've seen in the last 2 seasons, Braylon. A team that makes a historic run to get in, and then a historic collapse to lose a division, but still goes on to beat the division winners. This team is resilient. They don't have all of the arms and bats that you'd love them to have, and that's why they've gone through these ups and downs. But they are a better team on paper to start the season. They did go through lots of injuries to those players that they thought were going to contribute, including some of the ones that they already had, Javi Baez mentioned earlier. And now that's all starting to come together. I do believe in the juiced ball. We looked at a historic April and May without hits. I mean, what? Fernando Tatis didn't hit a home run until June or something like that?
Yeah.
So I believe that when you take the pitching and you allow everyone's bats to get a little bit warmer, our pitching's still going to be great. But we do have decent bats, and we do have a decent team, and we got a hell of a manager. And I got to pull out of the chat here from John Effing Lord. What if the farm system is actually working? Oh, it's so beautiful. And that's the thing, guys. All these assets that you wanted to move, all these assets that you didn't care about, that you didn't know about, they're coming up. And one of them's named Magoo, and there's a lot more behind him.
Justin, looking at the Detroit Tigers schedule coming up, one more game against the Cubs, then I believe they play the Royals, and then it is on to the Baltimore Orioles, who are ahead of them in that wild card chase. What are the teams that you believe the Detroit, how do I phrase this? Who are you most nervous about as it relates to AL ahead, who we're chasing? Because playing against the Baltimore Orioles, I think you get an opportunity to put them behind you.
I don't fear anyone in the AL. I mean, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's pretty mild and mid, and they're clinking over their own ding-dings along the way, you know. And, you know, there's some that are due for some regression. My thing here is I just look back in the last 5 years of the wild card race, and not a single team with a negative run differential has made the playoffs in the wild card over the last 5 years.
Interesting.
The Detroit Tigers are currently plus 33 in run differential, and they are
third in the AL with that?
No, they are third out of all wild card teams in the race right now, which would essentially sneak them in to the playoffs, according to the last 5 years. So, obviously, run differential is a little because of the way that they pull starting pitchers or relief pitchers and kind of leave them out there and put position players. It kind of doesn't allow you to get a proper gauge of it. However, over the course of a season, if you do have as good of a run differential as the Tigers, and they had the May that they had, they are seeing the regression that they were supposed to see, and that's where a lot of these teams are playing over their head right now, which makes me believe that there is a path. The teams that I'm most worried about, though, are the Yankees and the Red Sox in the AL East. They're both really good teams, and the Yankees are only getting more healthy. The Red Sox are playing the best baseball they've played all season. You could argue that they are the hottest team in the American League right now.
14 wins for sure.
Yes.
Only 6 teams with positive run differential in the American League. And the worst of those 6 are the Rays at plus 20. Then you got plus 21, the Mariners, but then the Tigers all the way up at plus 33. White Sox 52, Red Sox 46, and then the Yankees well ahead out at 88. There's such a disparity between the Tigers, these 6 teams, and the rest of the AL. And again, it doesn't mean everything, but it was such an indicator of positive regression that we're going to continue to see for the Tigers.
Yeah, definitely going to continue to talk about the Tigers and their track, their charge back to the wild card spot. Just watching them has been a lot of fun, especially a game like last night. But there's also more news. There's more report. There's a whole report out, if you will, Justin, that may affect all this excitement that we have about the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah, I got it right here for you. So, per Jeff Passan, who is the man in the MLB reporting space, report, Detroit Tigers pitchers Tarik Skubal and Casey Mize both have a 60% chance of being traded at this year's deadline.
What was his percentage last week is what I need to know. Because, like, this is...
this is Jeff Passan's percentage based on information that he's
pretty
collected
high
from,
up there.
Yeah,
this feels like his last opportunity to get some clicks out of Skubal trade talk. Because this team continues to win a couple more, and the rest of the nation's going to know what all us Tiger fans already knew, whether you liked it or hated it. He's not going anywhere. So this is his last opportunity. Unless they go and they lose for the next week, nobody's going to be talking about trading Skubal anymore.
Dumb question, but it must be asked. Is there any chance that the Tigers actually believe that? Like, maybe they believe in where the roster is, and maybe they look at the situation like, hey, look, we get rid of Skubal, we get something from him, and we still believe in what this team could be to charge for the playoffs. Is that a thought process going on by Chris Ilitch?
I don't think it is. I think that he's been committed before the season started. Okay. I think you saw that in the way that they leveraged a qualifying offer that they extended him. They've played it very, very well, and right now I think that he's praying that the collective bargaining agreement either puts in some sort of a cap or some sort of a supermax for franchise-controlled players. And until then, on paper and even during the losing, all of the surrounding statistics and numbers, it showed that this team was one of the top teams in the AL. They've stuck to that. I'm sorry, this is cap. Mize, probably not, because you have an opportunity to still sign him if you make a nice run. These guys are buyers. Spencer Steer, Lane Johnson, one of these guys that you can get cheap, right-handed bat that's going to get a 750-plus OPS, they're coming to Detroit, guys. Skubal will be here come winter. And it might be a whole year before we know after that where he ends up going, if he stays or if he goes, because we might not have baseball. But no, that is cap, Bray. They are milking the Skubal trade talk because it's still hot, but it's not. If they weren't going to actually have any smoke in terms of trade rumors a few weeks ago, when they were losing and they were down and they were 16 games out, why would they win their 6? Makes no sense.
When you said Lane Johnson, I was going to ask you, I said, I thought we already drafted Blake Miller.
Lane Thomas, my bad.
I'm just
Lane
messing
Thomas
with you.
from the Natties. I think maybe he's
Casey Mize, what is in there as you believe Sweet Potato Cam as it relates to Casey Mize being talked about in trade talks? I don't see it. It felt like left field.
Yeah, I don't believe it either. I just feel like it's clickbait. Our starting rotation is super clean now. If anything, though, we need to start thinking about that bullpen and some relievers on the reel, because if we're hitting the way we continue to hit here, and that's really, I feel like, our only weakness.
Jackson Jobe, another guy that's coming back. It seems like that's been the story for the Detroit Tigers, is guys coming back from injuries. Same thing for the Detroit Lions when we get into some of their training camp battles. Justin, is that where you're at in terms of what we need at the trade deadline? Is it arms in the bullpen to help us out, or is it something else that you think may put this team over the top?
I think the arms in the bullpen would be enough to get into the playoffs. But if you're trying to do some damage, it's the same entry fee to the club as it always has been, and that is you still need some bats to hold down this lineup and continue to make it as deep as you need it to be to win an ALCS. Because once you get into those series, it's one swing of the bat that makes a difference. And would you rather have Hao Yu Lee taking it or Lane Thomas? And that's where I would rather be looking to make an upgrade on this roster, because I'll bleed my eyes out if I see Matt Vierling take a playoff at bat.
Amen.
Yeah, I would have to.
Unless it's against a lefty.
So what we say, we believe in this Detroit Tiger team and where the AL is. We believe that they can get back to where they've been the past 2 years, the second round of the playoffs, fight it out, figure it out, or do you believe that they can be more, even as the team is currently constructed, in terms of the AL? Can this team make the ALCS? Why?
Absolutely, because if they make the playoffs, their best baseball is in the second half of the year, and we didn't see that last year. I don't know how they got by Cleveland, but the fact is that this team is better, not only in paper, but the way that they're playing right now, the way that they've been playing since June 1st for the most part is really the best baseball I've seen out of the A.J. Hinch era. And I believe that will continue. I believe that Harris will go get them some help. I think it will be maybe Five Below and not Dollar General.
Gotcha.
It's not going to be anything that's going to get you excited, but it's going to be some help, and hopefully it's going to be in offensive form. Maybe you get another relief arm as well. But I believe that this team is poised to make a run. I think they will be in the ALCS, and from there, may the hottest team win.
All right, we'll put a pin in the Detroit Tigers for now. We'll talk about your Detroit Lions. You bring up the dollar store. Well, I want to bring up 4 players, 2 of which you've criticized Brad Holmes for having in the squad. Now they're in starting positions. One of them, I'm curious why he's starting and not somebody that you drafted in the first round. We'll come back and talk about that. Let's get a message in, though, from Mortgage Pros.
I bet you're curious why some people are doing so well and you're stuck where you're at. But I know you're thinking about it. Today's the day to make the call. See the number there, 248-416-1361. I'm talking about the number 1 mortgage broker in the state of Michigan, Mortgage Pros. And again, we were out there over a month ago for their 4th annual block party. The employee culture, second to none, and their owners, they sat in with us on the show. It's an amazing place to work, and they're ready to change your life, but you got to take that first step. Head on over to mtgopros.com and change your life today with Mortgage Pros.
The next generation of Detroit sports media is here. Crunch Time is back on Woodward Sports. Join Jeff Iafrate and Booner Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Taking Detroit sports coverage to the next level with massive interviews, viral moments, and the best live reactions. Get ready, Detroit. The young guns are taking over. Crunch Time on Woodward Sports.
Some days call for light, others lean bold. What about everything in between? All Day IPA, the easy choice for every day. Citrusy, crisp, refreshing. Flavor you can float with. Light on the hops, big on refreshment. 1's great. 2, even better. Brewed with you in mind. No shortcuts, no fuss. Big on flavor, never too much. All Day IPA. Hop into easy.
You're building a whole combat sports enterprise in the heart of it in Detroit, and that's what I think is the coolest.
I think with opportunity, right? Like you said, maybe you like to punch people in the face for real, and you know, you want to be a boxer, and you have an option there. Maybe you don't like getting punched in the face, and you want to make, you know, you like the theatricals and the storylines, and so you have an avenue here. Maybe you start at one and then want to change to the other. I don't care. I just want you in the building and know that you have some place to go to explore that. Just having the ability to, what do you want to do and how do you want to do it to the best of your ability? And, you know, it all starts with the kids.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Despite what Cam thinks, pizza's for everyone. And we know that
everybody, no discrimination.
What did I miss? Like Drake said, what did I miss?
You missed a little bit. The originators of the Detroit-style deep dish. Honestly, it's the best pizza in the world. And Buddy's created it in 1946. I've been doing it for 80 years. It's no secret here, guys. We want to save you 20% off when you head to buddyspizza.com. You can do just that. But it's not just pizza, salad, spaghetti and meatballs, all kinds of things, chicken wings as well. But we're also going to save you up to $200 off of catering. So when you head on over to buddyspizza.com, you get yourself a pizza party in the catering section, and we'll save you with that Woodward 20 code. They are the original. They are Buddy's Pizza.
Pizza supremacy.
Pizza supremacy. I tell you, man, it happens fast here at Woodward Sports. I walk out of the studio for 2 seconds. I come back. There's a whole inside joke that I'm nowhere near a part of and know nothing about.
You were at the concert, though.
Pizza supremacy.
You were at the show.
Oh, this is Usher and...
he was just talking about what a badass 50 came out.
I got you. Okay.
He said he was yoked.
Fair.
Swole as a mug.
Yeah, this is when he was... Yeah. This is when 50 was in nothing but in that gym
and, he
in the
like
booth.
A 30-foot speaker, though. That shit was impressive.
Scaffolding.
Well, you're young. You just go at it.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine the energy of You're on a tour. You're in Detroit. The individual that put you on shows your side. You're in his city. He's opening up for you. You're 23 at the time or 22. You're young. You got the #1 album in the world. Get Rich or Die Trying was a 5-mic #1 album in the world. You talking about people moving when that album came out. You talking about something that you still remember the culture. Man, I be climbing the wall too.
Right.
Money in the pockets. I no longer have to sell drugs. You know what I'm saying, to get these millions. Like, this is legit stuff.
How many times did he get shot?
9.
Crazy.
Like legit, like not 9. Like, I mean, 9 is 9. So
now,
I'll stop there.
Who was the
Who
was the guy that he bought all of the tickets at his show and
Ja
nobody?
Ja Rule.
Ultimate troll.
Unbelievable troll.
You know what the best thing about that 50 Cent situation is, and a lot of people have done this over the time, their biggest gripe is the similar situation. Ja Rule, the music he made and how he made it, that's all 50 started doing, making the hook, singing, and rapping at the same time. It was the same shtick. But you get the people on your side, you can say and control the narrative, man. 50 has done that for years. Speaking of controlling the narrative, the Detroit Lions, who last year did not make the playoffs, they believe they are back. They believe they are revamped, and they are taking the strides to prove that to you. The defensive side of the ball is where they got revamped. The defensive side of the ball is where you saw Brad Holmes, Dan Campbell make a lot of intentional decisions in the offseason. I want to talk about some of those moves because the things have played out. It's an interesting conversation to have. One of those is there's been a back and forth depending on what depth chart site you look at, depending on what conversation you have within the organization, Tarik Williams or Levi Onwuzurike. Levi Onwuzurike in the last 2 seasons, well, last year he was injured, tore his ACL before the season even started, but the year before that put himself into a situation where he was playing a lot and they believed in him. When you watch Tarik Williams, who came along strong at the end of last year, a lot of questions. Why draft Tarik Williams? Why take him with your first-round pick? Came on strong towards the end of the season. Right now, they are in a depth chart battle. What say you about Levi Onwuzurike and Tarik Williams? Can we expect to see our 2025 #1 or our first-round draft pick in that spot when the season starts?
I think you can.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, as a former coach, this is what you do. You make the young guy work for it. And the senior, you give him the honor and the love during training camp, but he's just not that good. Like, Levi's been here and they've believed in him. They've never given up belief, and he's a solid player. But Tarik was drafted to be a difference maker. We didn't see a lot of that until the last month of the season. I believe there was a lot of great play from him. Promising play that has me encouraged that he'll be largely the percentage leader in terms of snaps on the inside for the Detroit Lions. I think that Levi, maybe week 1 you see him come out there with the starters, but he's a guy that probably gets moved around the line quite a bit and kind of rotates with quite a few players, most of them not named Hutch.
You saw the Ohio State stud take a step forward last 3 games of the season, last 4 games of the season. Justin Tarik Williams, he was able to be that stuffer. He was able to cause a little bit of havoc, a little bit of noise. Are you expecting to see him continue to take that jump? We know it's just camp talk. It's fun talk, opening up. But right now, what do you expect him to do this season? Because he's got to make a move.
I mean, it's the same thing I feel like with the safety room. Brad Holmes shows you what he thinks about a player by the acquisitions and the people that depart in the position groups that they are in. And Tarik Williams, that room, you could argue, got a little decimated over this past offseason, losing DJ Reader, who has been such a key part of this defensive line for the last years. I'm not saying that he had a good year last year, but 2 years ago, he was lights out.
And Roy.
And exactly, Roy Lopez. They believe in Tarik that he can step up and make that. He was always profiled as a good run-stopping edge who's got some quick feet and some nice hands. Then he's got to take that next step, and he's got to be able to build off of Lee McNeil. He doesn't have to be the lead guy. Lee McNeil's the guy with the wiggle. He's got to be the guy that stuffs the double teams and make sure he's eating up blockers to allow guys like a Lee McNeil, Aiden Hutchinson, Wanham, and Derek Moore to get free and get those pressures and sacks. So I'm very high on Tarik. I think that they always liked Levi. Levi, he pops off in terms of the athletic measurables, and they'd love to get some out of him, but availability is a factor here. You need to be able to stay available on the field, and Levi Onwuzurike has proven that he is unable to so far into his NFL career. So hopefully he continues to build off that. The Lions staff just continues to glow about him year after year. I always hear something about how good Levi Onwuzurike is, that he's a future Pro Bowler. They were saying that last camp. And that he's beating Penei Sewell and la-di-da. I want to see it on the field. I want to see him available this offseason because at the end of the day, at every defensive line position, you need a good rotation. It can't just be one or two guys. It has to be a village. And so a village of Tarik, I'm brain farting. No. Tarik, Lee McNeil, and
Levi Onwuzurike
should be able to collectively be a good enough unit to better support a better room of edges around them.
I agree with everything said. I definitely feel like the Detroit Lions will triple, will quadruple, will quintuple down on their guys that they made decisions on. They're going to keep doubling down so that you get the gist until finally they just have to part ways with them. So we know that he'll be a rotational piece. I agree with you there. I think it's just to stoke the fire now. But somebody that's not going to be a rotational piece, Riley, somebody that's going to start, somebody that has been around this organization now for the last 3 seasons, is Malcolm Rodriguez. Injured last season, back in the fray this year, back in the fold. What can we expect out of Malcolm Rodriguez, who, although I don't feel is your long-term Sam linebacker, he's not your long-term Mike, but what he is, he's a guy that's been around Kelvin Shepherd now for 4 years. He's a guy that's been around this team. He understands the intensity, the identity. What can Malcolm Rodriguez be in year 4 for Dan Campbell?
Hopefully he can turn into like that Alex Anzalone role where he can just be that main guy to like feed off of Jack Campbell. But like to your point, I'm not that comfortable with him being the starting linebacker in week 1. Hopefully we can make another move, or if he can just take that next step.
Damone Clark.
Yeah, exactly. He's just like that, like ever since we drafted him and he had like that really like the whole Hard Knocks thing with Kelvin Shepherd and everything, like he is a Detroit guy. Yeah. And so let's just hope Alex Anzalone role, I'm cool with that. Like as in like a fixture in the locker room. But
Malcolm Rodriguez is also a friend of the show. I remember the heavyweights when he first got in town. They reached out to him through socials. They had him on the show. We've had him on the show as well. So shout out to the heavyweights for building that relationship. We love him here on the network.
Yeah,
just asking the question about what do you believe he can be in year 4, Jay Satawa?
Look, I like Rodrigo a lot. I think we all do. He embodies a lot of the identity of this team.
Yes, exactly.
And he is a big piece in the locker room. And as you look at this lineup here, Bray, I think it's important to just look at the sheer amount of corners and safeties that they have on this roster. I am of the belief that they are going to switch to the nickel and that they are going to take what they have right now and they are going to split time between Rodrigo and Derek Barnes, playing that second linebacker spot next to Jack Campbell, keeping them both fresh. They both play different parts of linebacker, so you can bring them in for
different packages,
different formations, personnel, and especially with the amount of corners you have. And these are guys, like all these guys who you're looking in the back end of this cornerback rotation here is you got guys like Rock Ya-Sin, who started in this league multiple times. You have Avonte Maddox, who's a Super Bowl champion, who started around this league for a long time. So I just think that when you look at the personnel and you look at the way that they're building this roster, I think that they're going to change the scheme. And they're not going to go completely away from the 4-3 base. I think that that's what Jack Campbell strives in. But I think that we're going to – and you saw it towards the back end of the year. They got a little bit more flexible towards the back end of the year when they started losing everyone, and they knew that they needed more help in the secondary. They did run more nickel. So I hope and I expected it to be more than it has been in the past, especially getting a guy like Jimmy Roller. Like, if they were going to stay in the 4-3, it seemed like they should add more speed. Like, why would they not add more speed if they were going to add to the linebacking core when they're losing the speed in Alex Anzalone?
Yeah, 100%. Let's do this. Let's stay with this conversation. Let's take a quick break in this conversation. Let's stick with it because when we come back, you mentioned all the DBs that the Lions have. Who's going to start? Who's going to be the starting defense? I know what they're telling us, but who's going to be that starting DB when the season started 1-2? A lot of good options. I heard Rock Ya-Sin, but is he the guy? Or is there a guy that you may have drafted this year that might be that same very guy? Let's get a message in from Icon Auto Repair. That is me, I do believe. We're excited because we're working with Icon Auto Repair and Collision. If you've been in an accident or your vehicle needs repairs, make sure you contact the group at Icon Auto and Collision. The reason why is because we trust in them, and they trust in themselves. 3 convenient locations: Madison Heights, Shelby Township, and Pontiac. Now, the best thing about them, outside the tremendous service, outside of the great people, outside of them being the team that you want, they offer free car loaners and even will offer to pay your deductible. You can do all the things at Icon Auto Repair and Collision. You don't need to go elsewhere. You don't need to go there to fix your car and go somewhere else to get your rental. You don't need to go there and go to your insurance agent. They can do it all on the spot for you at Icon Auto and Collision.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for...
Experience summer in Detroit. Soccer at Keyworth Stadium. Every Detroit City FC match brings a new reason to show up early and stay late. Tickets available now at DebtCityFC.com.
The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or bust Lions network.
Hey, if you're thinking about buying a new home or refinancing your current home, it's time to call Supreme Lending today. Chad and Chris are waiting for your call. They want to start you on the process today so that by closing, you're in the best situation possible for your best loan program possible. We're talking lower interest rate, maybe a 0% down payment program. But make sure you mention that Woodward Sports sent you, and we'll save you up to $500 off of your home appraisal. That's what the word is. Anyway, they are Supreme Lending. They're Chris and Chad. Check them out and give them a call today.
Welcome back to the show, the Braylon Edwards Show here on Woodward Sports. Like Justin said, we are back. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for rocking with us as we welcome into the second hour of the show. We're talking about the Detroit Lions, talking about the secondary picks. We're talking about the secondary, talking about what that looks like this year. Before we get into this, I love that people are now watching the show, and I'm seeing them more often than not. And like the conversations that are being had with me in the community is about stuff that just happened. Before you run into people, and it's kind of like, hey, man, we saw some stuff from a couple while ago. It took people a while to figure out where we were at, how to access us, how to stay current. Man, I pissed the chat off yesterday with that Dan Campbell conversation. Had a guy pull up on me at the gas station yesterday. Yes. Said, hey, Braylon. I was like, it was aggressive. He was like, hey, Braylon. I'm like, oh man, I know I don't owe this man nothing. Like, what's going on? Who is this dude? He said, man, you think Dan Campbell isn't as good as Jim Harbaugh? I was like, oh my God. Like, that just happened. I love it though. Keep the conversations coming. It's great. We live for this stuff, man. So, but just know, if you roll up on me, I will have some smoke for you. Because as soon as he rolled up on me,
from Loom,
yeah, he legit smoke.
As soon as he rolled up, no. Now that's my personal stash. That's for later. As soon as he rolled up on me, he said, "Man, you think he's better than Mike Vrabel is better than him, and Jim Harbaugh is better than him? Blah 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 blah. Tell me why Jim Harbaugh is better." I was like, Jim Harbaugh didn't complain about all the injuries he had last year. He just made the playoffs. He was like, "You got a point. You got a point." But I like these things. I like this. Always come up to me when you see me, regardless of what it is. You can say something negative. I don't care. Just come up. We can have a conversation.
There you go.
Getting
approachable superstar.
I loved it.
I'm obviously not Braylon Edwards, but if you do approach me, I will give you smoke. Like, there has been multiple people who have been like, Woodward Wings, and I'm like, yeah. And they're like, your take on this is awful. And I'm like, All right, let's go. Let's drop the gloves then, buddy.
Agreed.
We're going after it.
Listen, if you approach me, I will smoke you out. With some lube.
I
in a circle, because that's how you enjoy it, you know?
I see what you did there. I will smoke you out.
There you go.
Shout out, man. Shout out to this secondary, which in the offseason for the Lions, seems as though they've added depth. Whether it's Roger McCreary, they've gotten better at that position. Keith Abney Jr. through the draft. Who's the number 2 DB, though? We know DJ Reed got paid last year, 3 years, 20 and some change. We know he's the guy.
We argued about that one last year, Bray.
You
remember that?
Go ahead, bring it up.
Me and Braylon got into a debate last year. I think we were watching March Madness, if I'm not mistaken, and me and B got into it. B was like, "Oh, so how you feeling about the free agent class?" And I'm like, "I like it a lot. Like DJ Reed, I really like DJ Reed." And look, I'll say it. DJ Reed underperformed last year for what he was paid, and we need more from him. Yeah. He got paid as a CB1, and he needs to play like a CB1, not a CB2. So we need him to step up this year. Carlton Davis left a huge hole in that secondary when he left, and now he has to replace TA as well. So, yeah, this second cornerback is going to be huge, and they're going to have to nail it.
And what I told him was, I said, look, I love DJ Reed because he played for my Jets. I love the Jets. And I saw the moves he made. I saw the plays he had, and I saw that he definitely has potential. He definitely shut some guys down. But when you're playing opposite of an individual that at the time was on a run, like one of those runs talking about Sauce Gardner, and you're playing with Quinnen Williams and you're playing with Leonard Williams, I said, how good is he in terms of being the number one? There's one thing to bring somebody in to be your number 2 and paying him a little change, but the Lions brought him in as a number 1, and I just didn't know if he was ready to be in that number 1 spot. Because if you're the number 1 defense for the Detroit Lions, number 1 D-back, that means game 1 you got Justin Jefferson. That means you got Justin Jefferson or Jordan Addison, however you want to play.
And Amik Robinson isn't checking those dudes.
Yeah, exactly. So it was kind of along those lines. Want to see what he is this year, want to see him be a better version of himself. Who's going to be that number 2? I know we paid Rocky Scene. He's back. Keith Abney Jr. was drafted in the 5th round, but I'm telling you, I like the length of him. I like the skills.
Thought he was just a nickelback, though.
No.
Where do they got him now?
He's going to be something different. Who's number 2? I'll go first. I told you when we were breaking the film down, when we were at the old studio, I think Keith Abney Jr. is going to be your number 2 D-back. I like the range. I like the length. I like the style and the aggression, what he plays with, but he's also smooth. And now because of your former DB who's no longer here, there is an opening. There is a situation, and I think that's why Keith Abney Jr. was drafted. I don't care what round. I just care what I saw in that film. After the end of camp, Keith Jr. will be your number 1, your number 2 DB.
I got to tip my hat to you, man, because you were on this kid the day of the draft. You've been singing his praises. You've broken down his tape, and while the rest of Detroit's
not to cut you off, his
ahead.
tape feels like teaching tape. Mm-hmm. Like when you watch a player, like that's something that I pay attention to. Like when I watch your film, if I can teach off your film, if I can point on to multiple things where I can educate a DB, hey, look, you see how he kept him in phase with his back step. You see how they open here. You see how he's like when we can do those things. Oh, this guy's playing a different level of football, and that's the first thing that jumped out on his film is I can use this tape and I could teach it. I can teach it to the chat. I can teach it to young DBs. That in itself says something about a player.
At one point, I think you said that he plays like a veteran.
He does.
And that's exactly what you need in a room full of second and third cornerbacks. Now, I don't know whether this guy has the talent to ascend to number 1, but I got to take my hat off to you because you've been all over this fact that this kid is going to be a major contributor in the secondary. And now we're looking at him starting. That to me seems like a big cut, but you're forced into it. You waived Terrion Arnold after all of the litigation that's going on around him, and I get it. There's people in the chat right now that are mad at Brad Holmes for just cutting him. Culture will always trump ability in Allen Park until there's a ring at least. So to me, I just love the fact that this is all coming to fruition for you because I don't recall anybody else in Detroit being as high on the Abney pick as you, Bray.
We could be mad at Brad Holmes for not keeping Terrion Arnold longer, not seeing how that process played out. But at the end of the day, look, it's in the past. It's in the rear view. We can't go backwards. We can only go forwards.
Yep.
And then going forwards, watching somebody like Keith Abney Jr. What I like, Riley, I like Dan Campbell's conversation from season end till now. Every position is open.
Yep.
Now, we know he ain't talking about Amon-Ra St. Brown, Panay, Jameer, etc.
Of course.
But outside of the pillars, outside of the All-Pros, he's opening up camp for competition. If you want this position, come and take it. I don't care if you're year 1. I don't care if you're year 3. I don't care if you make money. Then this guy right here. Come and play for this spot. That's what I feel like is opening the door for Keith Abney.
100%. The one thing that I'm just not the biggest fan about, like I've watched the tape, unbelievable, right? Like he's a technician. We can't continue to have these 5'9", 185 to 190 foot DBs.
Yeah.
If him and DJ Reed are going to be the 2 starters, it's going to get on games. It's going to get ugly.
Dicey.
It's going to get ugly. Rocky Sin is probably going to be the starter week 1, but like you said, if he plays his ass off like week 4, week 5, Abney could 100% be the starter.
That's definitely true. I feel like it's the same conversation with Ibuka Okoro. It was like, hey, but he's got those long arms, though.
He's just a dog. Like, Abney is just a dog, though, right? Like, he's going to find his way to get on the field, and he's going to make an impact. It's just, you can't teach height, right? Like, he's 5'9", like 185 pounds. He's going to get bullied. He needs to stock up a little bit more.
I'm still trying to learn height.
This is true, and that's why you have Roger McCreary at that nickelback position as well, wanting to get in him. Justin, you have something on Keith Abney Jr. Long arms, too small. What you think?
I like Abney a lot, and when you watch this tape, like you guys hit on it, he's an absolute technician. I love his spatial awareness and his ability to read the field. I personally, I don't see him starting at outside corner. I think Rocky Sin is going to be the CB2 at the start of this year. I really liked what he was putting together in the back half of last year as the secondary was collapsing. He seemed like he was still, putting out some good performances. So I'm pretty comfortable with Rock, especially when our 2 safeties come back. Because when our safeties come back, I feel like Braylon could be out there playing corner and we would be fine. So no, it's no offense to you, right?
Big hitter these days.
You're like a koozie guy.
I appreciate it. So take my koozie out there.
Hey, well, that's how I feel. As long as you can sit it there and keep space, our secondary is so lethal when we have our safeties back there. But I think that Abney finds his way to the field, no doubt. I think that he is a very talented player. I like his ball skills. I like how he gets downhill, even though on a smaller frame. I think he's going to be a great tackler in terms of coming to the line of scrimmage. I see him in a role where he is playing in the slot and he's learning from McCrary, and I think that he's probably not going to start the year as a starter, but he's going to continuously eat into playing time. And we see how the Lions like to handle their rookies. They don't like to give them the start right off the rip. I mean, you saw it with the Tyreek Williams depth chart is there, making him earn it over Levi Onwuzurike. I think they're going to start him on a leash, and they're going to give him a lot of snaps, somewhere around 50%. To open the year, and then it's only going to grow and continue to grow as he's given more opportunity, and he's just going to go out there and smash it. And a lot like it's so hard to bring up comps to players that have won awards.
Talk about it.
But the way that he crashes down on the football, his spatial awareness, he reminds me a lot about Nick Omorie from Seattle. And obviously that is a guy who came onto the scene and was one of the best slot guys in the league. Just the way that he moves and has the IQ, like he reminds me a lot of him, and the way that he's able to move across the field and just be aware of everything around him, not just the receiver that he's guarding.
Hey, let me have you back on something. I hate when people feel like they can't compare somebody to somebody because of accolades. A lot of times when you're comparing, you're not talking about this player is exactly like this player, or this player has exactly the same opportunity to do what this player did. Sometimes you're just pointing out what makes sense. Sometimes you're pointing out some things that carry over, if you will. I like how he rushes the football. I like how he plays the ball. I like how he catches the ball over his shoulder. You're not necessarily comparing it to the whole of the equation, so no problem by you. You talked about Roger McCrary. He's an interesting enigma for this team. And the reason why is you look at what he did when he first got to Tennessee. He was a guy that could tackle. He was a guy that could defend. And he's a secondary player that they're going to send in to the quarterback. He's going to blitz. He's going to come off the edge. That's how they like to play him. That's how they used him with the Rams last season as well. The Rams cut Roger McCrary. The Rams are a team that struggled at what? The secondary. Their secondary struggled last season. Tennessee Titans secondary struggled last season. So for him to be cut by the Titans as well as the Rams, as high up on him as I am in a nickelback spot, and being able to be a short-handed tackler and being able to rush the ball, rush the passer, kind of like Melifonwu. How you say his name again?
Melifonwu?
Yeah, I'm talking 1,000 miles per minute right now. I need to slow down. But Ify Melifonwu, like, legitimately, why did the Rams let you go? Why did the Titans let you go?
Would you like me to give you an answer?
Or am I doing too much?
Well, there's more to it. Last year they gave up a 5th and a 6th because both Darius Williams and Akello Witherspoon, their starting corners, were out. McCreary only played 1 defensive snap because he hurt his hip.
Yeah.
Got put on IR, failed to make any kind of an impact with them at all. So they never really got a chance to see him with them. But I do love the Rams in interior scouts and just what they do in general. They saw that this guy was somebody that could help their team in a Super Bowl run, what they thought they were in the middle of, and they went out and got them. Got hurt, didn't show him anything because he wasn't able to, and you get your starters back. So I don't think that that's a sentence for him, not being able to provide much, but I have always liked him as a Titan.
Yeah, all right, and I appreciate the answer. That's a really good answer. You make it make sense when you say, they're in the middle of a Super Bowl run, not a playoff. They're in the middle of a Super Bowl run in which we believe that they were going to win, and this is the guy they went after. So, Riley, fair enough. But there are elements I like about him at that nickelback position. And you know this team, Justin, you alluded to, want to play different packages. One of those packages, you want to put 5 DBs on the field, 2 of which can tackle.
Yes. Well, we had to have brought him in for his instinctive run defense. That was his strong point in his game. He has shorter arms, so when it comes down to ball coverage, and he ran a 4.5 something 40, so he's a little bit slower. But man, like you guys said, the dude can fucking hit, man, and he's a great addition to all of those run packages that we're going to be implementing this year.
I like that. Look, man, we're having a hell of a show. It's on the real. Justin, you will even be excited. Look at this. We're on time.
We are.
Yeah.
This show has been flawlessly on time right now. This is what we do. CJ, you feel good?
I feel great.
There we go. If you feel
absolutely
great,
mad.
Tell us about Mad Pats because I know they make you feel even greater.
Oh, yes. And when you are looking to honestly do the opposite of being mad, tap into Mad Packs, the greatest pre-rolls in the game, 1.3 and 1.5 grams respectively, the high-low pre-roll and the Boom Shakalaka, Keith-coated, live resin infused, and just absolute pure bounce, man. I gotta love it. You can tap in with Mad Packs to your local dispensary today. Check out getmadpacks.com to see where you can tap into this great cannabis brand that I personally do love.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports.
It's game on at Art & Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art & Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
This is a hungry bear. This is Carl and Jeff. Carl isn't worried because he has focused energy to spare thanks to Thrive energy pouches. Jeff didn't use Thrive when Carl offered. The bear is happy about that. Don't just survive. Thrive.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Hey, listen, y'all got to put down that gut-rotting drink and check out these Thrive Energy pouches because they ain't your daddy's dip. They are tobacco-free, nicotine-free, mental powerhouse of smart caffeine. Zero bloating, no jitters. Thrive can be found online at dipstop.com. Remember to use that promo code WSN for 15% off your entire order. Found exclusively at all Market Fresh and Market Square locations. Thrive Clean Energy. They flip and work, y'all.
They definitely flip and work because everybody that's on Thrive around here has the energy, the positivity, and they are making it happen. So shout out to Thrive. And
I had one in for 3 minutes, and you did not want to be around me.
It was a wrap.
I already have so much energy as it is, but I needed it that day. It tastes great, and it legit works quick.
He was cracked out. No doubt.
He was over there cracked out a little bit.
Yeah. On clean energy.
All right.
On clean energy.
There you go.
Because you know what?
Energy.
Cleaned out.
It's not your daddy's dip, bro.
This is true.
Far from it.
How's the chat doing? I want to check in with you guys. What's up? What's the conversation like? Michael Weary, how's the likes coming? Are we smashing that like button?
We're getting
Are we
there.
getting that
You know,
engagement a little bit?
you know what I forgot to start the show?
That puck?
I did. This is going to be signed in 2 days. Woo! By the baddest man in NHL history, Darren McCarty. And then Friday, every single super chat will be logged into the prize wheel. I already did it yesterday. Doing it again today, so keep them coming in. Keep smashing that like button. But I'll be honest, in the chat, they're still down on Brad. Okay. They don't like his moves. They don't like all the corners that he's passed on. You know, talking about Witherspoon and others, and just this collection of bargain basement corners that we seem to be putting together. But at the end of it, for me, I'm excited about Abney. I'm excited about the professionalism and availability of all these guys. They're going to play 16, 17 games most of them.
It's funny because, you know, legitimately, we've been having this conversation for the last year, especially in the offseason. Like, I told you I didn't like the moves per se, and I got pushback, and et cetera. And I think after this Terrion Arnold situation, now people are actually looking at the depth chart and getting a little scared. I think guys are getting a little scared because, one, you're nervous. This has to be a big season. Yep. Coming off missing the playoffs last year, you know that the talent is there. You know, even Dan, whether he'll admit it or not, that hat's getting a little bit hot when he puts it on at that microphone at the podium. With that being said, this is just nervousness. This is because camp's almost around the corner. This is because it's about to start, so you're nervous. I will push back a little bit, and I say the Lions are exactly where they feel they need to be at this point.
And that's a perfect segue for just a fan in the chat. Brad Holmes told us what he wanted the Lions to be, always competitive. Yeah. What a stupid strategy. He only wants a Super Bowl win if it falls into his lap.
See, I think part of that's true, but I don't think it's Brad.
Exactly.
Like I agree with that, but that's not Brad. Board. That's not Dan. That's not the players. That's the ownership.
And remember, Braylon, all you Lion fans want to deny the fact that 5 years ago, every single one of you said, I just want good football. I just want good football again. Because we hadn't had it for so long. In fact, we haven't had it our whole lifetimes here, but save maybe 2 or 3 years. Yeah. And the fact is they gave you what you asked for, and now you want more. They were mandated by the Ford family with Chris Spielman and Sheila before they hired anyone. This is the plan, and I've been telling you for 5 years. You hate it when I say it. Now you're starting to get it. It wasn't about cashing out for one chip, guys. It never, ever will be. Maybe after the first one comes, maybe you start seeing some, Sirianni and Philly and Kansas City type moves, but you won't see that until they've got a decade of good football under their belt. And guess what? 4 years of winning football for the first time since the 50s. They've done exactly that, Braylon.
Yep, they got a long ways to go as it relates to getting that first championship. Hopefully this is strides in that right direction for them. I was about to say something about that, but I forgot. I know Justin, something came out.
Woo!
Something came out,
College
got
football.
Justin excited, so we're going to shift to where we're at, and we'll let Justin take over a little bit. Go ahead and have at it, sir.
I will explain, and then Cam shall moderate. So I did not look at the list. I only saw where one person ranked, and I will just not answer when it comes to that person. However, it is a tier list of college or Big Ten quarterbacks, all of them, and this is how it works, okay? This is how we play. We're going to try to get the order correct. Do you have that on your phone?
I do.
Okay.
Yep.
Perfect. You just handed me my phone back.
I didn't want yours to time out and get locked.
You're scaring me. All right.
You're good.
We're going to try to get it in order by tier, and it's not wrong if you if you guess the wrong tier. We get two different scoreboards going on.
Yep,
you got to count it in order and the correct answer.
Where are we starting? The top or the bottom?
Let's start with, where do you want to start, Bray?
Quarterback tiers in the Big Ten?
Yes.
Let's do that.
1 through 7. You want to start from tier 7 and work your way up, or start from tier 1 and work your way down?
Tier 1 and work down.
Yeah, because I might not get some of the ones at the bottom. I can't lie.
Like tier 1 and work down.
Copy that. Let's begin.
You want to lead it off, B?
Of course.
Tier 1, B. What you got?
I went to the same high school as this kid, man. You know what I'm saying? Dante Moore, Oregon Duck.
Woo!
I'm always gonna go King High School or Bishop Gallagher. So Dante Moore, is he tier 1?
Tier 1, you already knew, B.
Bang,
Come on,
the
you
boy.
know.
Bang.
1 for 1. There we go, B. Way to start off. I'm gonna go with another slam.
Maybe
dunk
all I
here.
have. That may be all I have.
No, we got more than that, B.
All right,
I
let's
got
go.
faith in you. I will then take Julian Sayin, another tier 1 quarterback out of the Big Ten.
That is correcto. Juice.
My turn. I'm going to go with Heisman hopeful from Iowa, Chuck Long.
Chuck Long.
I don't know
Just
if
back
he's
in the
in tier
70s,
one,
he's being funny. Chuck Long playing names.
Yeah. Chuck Long is not on the list, Anson. Did not make any tier.
What you got for us, Anson?
I don't have anybody. Come on now. Mendoza's replacement.
Okay.
Hey,
Josh Hoover.
Very good, Anson. That was so tier 1 closed out. Very good job, gentlemen.
Oh, shoot. There you go.
Yep.
Bang,
Tier 2.
There we go. 3 for 3, boys. Way to go.
Yes. Who was next?
I'm retiring after that one, by the way.
This guy can't coach, but man, does he have quarterbacks. I got to go with Lincoln Riley and Jaden Maeva.
Someone knows ball.
There we go.
That's my guy.
That is correct.
100%. Lincoln Riley going to have a quarterback.
Yes. He brought freaking Caleb over to USC.
Yeah, he did.
From you
Caleb,
still suck.
Kyler, Baker, just to name a few.
That closes out tier 2.
He's got 4 Heisman Trophy winners, by the way.
No,
that happened quick.
Wait, there's no. I
I'm a
didn't
big
hear a
Maeva guy.
generational name in those first 2 tiers.
All right,
Well,
relax.
that's because
You've been hanging around the morning show too
We're
often.
talking different tiers.
You've been
This is
hanging
per
around
the
the
Athletic, by the way.
Well, they're still talking about generational in the chat because we had so much fun with it yesterday. But
Generation.
yeah, generational
All right.
3rd tier.
Tier 3. Here we go.
Tier
Drum
4.
roll, please. Who you got? Where you at? Juice?
It's on me. All right, I'm going to go with the kid out of Minnesota, Lindsey.
You are correct.
Whew,
Look at you, dang.
Somebody knows college ball.
Is that his first name or last name?
That is his last name. I
Yeah, last
believe his
name Lindsey.
first name is it's not Chip. I'm thinking of the OC. It does start with a C, though. I think it's Chad.
Chaz.
Drake.
Drake, okay.
They not like us. They not like us.
Another just basic ass frat boy name, but all right. Moving on.
You weren't in a frat?
Nope.
No?
Cap.
No, I actually wasn't.
I'm messing with you. I was laughing at Anson. All right, Anson. I think you're up.
Oh, 3rd tier?
Anson's
who else we
retired.
have in
Anson's
State?
retired.
Let's go the guy from State that you're buddies with the Eastern Bloc last name. He's 4th tier, huh?
Yeah, he probably a little further.
Represent.
Yeah, he's probably 4 or 5.
EL, baby, the represent. Bryce Underwood. I went out of turn. My bad.
You went out of turn.
There's one that's very experienced that you're
Think
missing
West
still.
Coast.
And there's
Demond
one.
Williams.
There you go.
Demond Williams out of Washington, right?
Yeah, Braylon.
Yeah, I was watching something on.
He's good.
How old is he?
I like them. I think he might be a junior.
Yeah, he's a junior.
Yeah, Demond Williams Jr. Year 3 or 4. So Washington Huskies, they've been keeping some quarterbacks the last 10 years. Every once in a while have a guy. All right, Demond Williams Jr.
All right, moving on.
Tier 3 is still rocking and rolling, y'all.
Still
We got
tier 3.
another
No Bryce
starting
Underwood.
Rocco Becht out of Penn State.
Brocco
yes.
Brocco
Dude, I'm on fire right
Becht?
now.
Rocco with
Rocco.
Oh, okay. Still awesome.
Rocco is I like that.
Rocco Becht. It's a pretty tough name.
Hell
man.
yeah, it is. Hell yeah, it is.
All right, back on UB.
Sounds like a Mike Tyson-like opponent.
I got a good guess. I don't know the name. I don't even know this player because I've not paid attention. But I was out in Bandon Dunes, and I had a chance to hang out with Dominic Royola. Shout out to Dom. Big Dom is a great dude. Also got a chance to meet Dylan. I now know that Dylan Raiola is not in Nebraska. He's backing up Dante Moore, Oregon. Whoever's starting in Nebraska made Dylan leave. So I don't know his name, but I guarantee he's on this list.
I forgot his name, but he's very good.
He is on the list. However, that is the next tier. Next tier. We got 2 remaining. Tier 3. 1 left out west. Another one from the DMV.
Caldera, that's his name. That's his last name. Caldera.
Colandrea?
There you go.
Colandrea.
That's his last name. Okay.
What's the
it's
DMV?
Rutgers.
That's what DMV means?
No. DC, Maryland, Virginia.
Oh, Maryland.
Greater
I know who it is.
area.
Malik Washington of Maryland.
Bing, bing, bing.
Okay, where we at now?
We're getting deep into
One
this.
left. UCLA.
Oh, Nico Amaviavier. Whatever the fuck his last name is.
Bam.
Amaviavier? That's
The Mafia.
Now, we already know who's leading Tier 4.
Would that be number 19?
Number 19.
Bryce Underwood, the generational talent, starting quarterback at the University of Michigan in Tier 4. If I would have asked you this question last year at this time, when we do tiers for Big Ten quarterbacks to start the 2026 season, would you have imagined that Bryce Underwood would be at 4?
Certainly not.
Yeah.
Nope.
Like, regardless of the situation in Ann Arbor, that was Sharon Moore, that was the offensive coaching staff, the injuries, etc., I wouldn't have pegged him to be in Tier 4, regardless of all that. I would have pegged like a Tier 3 at the lowest, if you will. Tier 4 it's a bit of a realization.
Is there a Tier 5?
There's a Tier 5.
There is a Tier 5.
That's where your Sparty dog
And
is.
Aiden Childs over there in Northwesternville.
There you go.
That closes
Anson.
out your Tier 5. Tier 5 specialist.
Aiden Childs.
Tier 5 specialist. It's a generational tier
And
as well.
you're missing another Sparty as well in Caden Hauser, who should be at the lowest tier on the list.
You are correct, but not with the tier juice. He slid
6.
into Tier 4.
Ooh, slipped up.
Tier 4.
That's the generational tier. That's a generational tier.
That
Kev.
is
crazy.
That is, and then we have one remaining after Braylon had mentioned the Nebraska guy.
I'm done. You can give me the rest of these tiers. You can give me the rest of the quarter.
I don't know
Yeah,
Purdue's
after that,
starting
it
quarterback.
gets dicey.
I don't know
Purdue.
Purdue's starting quarterback.
But I don't know.
Sorry.
Anson might know Tier 7. He might know some Tier 7.
Connor Cook.
That's funny. Here's the
Andy Van Slyke.
Here's the interesting thing about this is like,
And Iowa's QB.
It's all the sorry schools, though. Iowa, Rutgers, Purdue.
like we're now in the space.
I don't
where-
know any of those quarterbacks. I won't lie.
Did we always?
That was fun, though.
We used to know the quarterbacks. Like that shows you the landscape that college football is in, the moving around, the transferring, the transfer portal, the younger. Like we used to know everybody from start to finish. You know why? Go ahead.
I was going to say, how many of those guys were starting for the same team last year?
That's a very good question.
Less than half?
I have the list right here.
Dante, Bryce, Julian.
Sayin,
Who else?
It's a short list.
Yeah,
And how many teams are in the Big Ten now? 37?
18, 20, 20?
20? So dumb.
That's was 18 or 2018.
Does that bother you?
Nah. Like it's.
You want more?
Speaking of more,
nine of them.
So
started
9
for their
of
team
20.
last
So
year.
less than.
'Cause I'm
half.
counting in Milovich in this as well.
Speaking of more, you know what we didn't talk about, Justin, and we could talk about it more tomorrow. Get more information on it. Is you see the SEC report came out? The SEC is trying to.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, the SEC is actually trying to pull the move and separate themselves from the NCAA all together.
Secession.
That's the next move for them.
Yeah, they were trying, but it also comes on the hill of the NCAA and the Big Ten being one of those conferences that wants more and more. Legitimately, just 4 years ago, there were 4 teams in the finals. Then there were 6. Now there was 6. It was 4 and then 12. They're trying to go to 24.
So the SEC is just taking their ball and going home?
They're trying to. At 24 teams, though.
That's overkill.
They need a partner. They can't do it themselves.
The Big Ten is asking for more teams to get in, and I get it. You want money, you want bread. Like it doesn't matter about who.
Stop giving teams buys, Braylon. Give me 16 teams and cut it. That's it. Yeah. It's pretty easy.
I agree.
I'm in a new phase now where whatever you guys want. Whatever you guys want.
Right. They're going to do what they want to do anyway.
You think it's 16 teams, and sure. Let's make it 16. You think it's 24? Sure. I mean, hell, before we know it, there'll be 200 teams in the NCAA men's basketball tournament. Like, that's where we're turning. 24 teams?
It's a participation trophy generation, bro.
Everybody wants to feel a part of it. Hey, we were in the dance.
We didn't get to go to the tournament. We only won 3 games.
You're just wasting games. You're wasting talent.
Wasting viewership.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
not
where I'm
tuning
at
in for
with
that garbage.
Yeah, I can't cut out my schedule for all
Who
that.
was it? Here. Let me look this up. Who was the 24th ranked team in college football last season?
I was a good guess. I like that.
Like, who was 100%?
Utah State.
Nebraska. Iowa or Nebraska.
Cue up the Jeopardy.
You guys couldn't talk while I'm it was just.
I'm racing you, Braylon.
Oh, you're trying. You know I'm slow. All right, here we go. 24th team last year was. Get the. No, it's the University of North Texas. Why does North Texas deserve to be in the college football playoff?
North Texas was pretty nasty last year,
At the same time,
They racked up points.
at the same time,
Yeah, so
College-
did Hawaii. So did Hawaii when I was playing. We would have smoked Hawaii.
but college football is
What
so.
are we talking about?
College football is so gate kept.
Hey,
Doing
North-
things like this allow these programs just one trip. So much visibility, so much more leverage in recruiting, more money to the university. And the fact is I would like to see more parity. Not just more parity throughout college where like you have not just a top 20 teams, you've got like 40 great teams. And you can't do that when the same 12 teams are dominating recruiting and dominating viewership year in and decade out.
Yeah, but true is the problem is that it's already been established over 140 years. Like you've established
But
who
that
those.
doesn't leave the door for anybody.
But what I'm saying is you've established who those teams are, and in doing so, you've created history, and in doing so, you've created alums and donors, etc. So you can't put those back in the bottom. Like, you can't start over from scratch, and now here's the
But
parity.
you can add to it.
Because like Texas, regardless if they can win or not, they ain't never going nowhere. Georgia's put themselves in situations they're not going anywhere.
What about
Like-
Indiana?
Like they're in a new situation. They got sponsors
Significant.
like Mark Cuban.
And they're not a good example because they were a high seed, but I'm seeing a team
but there's a way to do that, because if you look at Indiana, you look at Mark Cuban is one of the number one donors and sponsors of Indiana. He ain't go to Indiana. So that's the new college football. To your point, you want that parity. It's gonna take private businesses, private equity, which ruins everything else. Private equity individuals will get together and, hey, we're going to sponsor North Texas. Hey, we're going to sponsor Pitt. Hey, we're going to sponsor.
Wait a second.
Insert
That's-
smaller schools.
You're alumni of a program that has 8 times the endowment of basically every other university in the Big Ten outside of.
But
Northwestern.
but I'm not arguing that. Like, and I'm not. What I'm
You
saying.
just don't want anybody new to get that money.
No, I didn't say I want. I'm telling you what's not going to happen. Like, what has to happen is that private equity. Private equity helped out Indiana. Like, a lot of those guys didn't go to Indiana, and now you see they have the money. They can buy Fernando Mendoza. They can buy other players,
Do
etc.
you not consider it private equity that goes into a school like Alabama?
No,
See
because
what I did there?
Yeah, but a lot of that's coming from Alabama, and like it's coming from the state of Alabama. It's coming from wherever else. It's a part of the Crimson Tide. Like our private equity is Michigan.
Why did Cuban choose to invest in Indiana? Did he go
what's
there or
up with that
something?
story?
No, he knew something.
No, he's an alum.
He knew something? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Mark Cuban's an Indiana alum.
It's his.
Oh, he is.
It's his team.
I didn't know he was alumni.
Yeah, it's the squad. It's the team that he put together. It's funny though. You never heard about him being an alum until last year.
Well, they
Kelly
didn't have
School
much
of
to talk
Business,
about until last year.
1981.
What's that?
I stand corrected.
He graduated 81?
Graduated 1981 from the Kelly School of Business.
You don't say.
Indiana University, one of the best business schools in the land.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's a shark.
Realistically, but that's what it takes. It takes that money. It takes the
I
private
don't
equity.
disagree.
They got to go back and don't. Yeah.
The thing
Even
is,
looking like an Eastern. Like you see Eastern pulling money together from T.J. Watt, from Max Crosby,
want
not
more of
T.J.
that.
Watt, from T.J. Lang, from Max Crosby.
Is that where Lang went?
Yeah, Lang went
Cool.
there as well. They were on the same.
Shout out
around the same
Charles and Carl Thomas.
All right.
Eastern Michigan alum, and Charles played for the Pistons.
1,000%. We're a little bit behind on a commercial break. Have some fun with that. We'll jump in, get a commercial break, and we'll come back and have some more fun. Jay, what you want to come back to? That was pretty good. We got some other stuff. I'm leaving it up to you.
I mean, we can do my other college football thing.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Sorry, getting prepped for my read.
A little early. A little early.
He's literally getting prepped for his read. Okay, so we got. Hey, Jay, you're great. You're absolutely great.
Tell us about Loom, though.
I can tell you about Loom, guys. I'm not going to fire it up right here on the desk, but I did tell you yesterday I do need to re-up, so I'll be headed over to one of their 40 locations throughout the state. My spot's over in Berkeley, 12 and Woodward. As for MJ, when you're there, but make sure you mention
MJ's the man.
He is. The WSN 30, make sure you mention that when you show up or on their website, loom.com. It's going to save you 30% off your entire order. And they're going to hook you up with some free stuff, especially that first trip, but your first 3 trips, you're going to get some free stuff. And make sure you check out that Buzzin' Energy. We absolutely love it around here at Woodward Sports. They are Loom, and you can find them at loom.com.
The most talked about Detroit media by other Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Some days call for light, others lean bold. What about everything in between? All Day IPA, the easy choice for every day. Citrusy, crisp, refreshing. Flavor you can float with. Light on the hops, big on refreshment. 1's great. 2, even better. Brewed with you in mind. No shortcuts, no fuss. Big on flavor, never too much. All Day IPA. Hop into easy.
Finally, life-enhancing LASIK surgery at a price you can afford. Michigan's most experienced eye surgeon, Dr. Yaldo, is offering the most advanced LASIK at just $1,699 per eye, regardless of your prescription. Imagine not just being free from contacts and glasses, but actually seeing better without them. This limited 2026 spring offer is thousands less than others charge. Go to YaldoEyeCenter.com for your free evaluation and save.
Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Hi, Justice Satawa here. Let me tell you about Amnesia. Amnesia. See, I mean, it's so good. I'm forgetting what read I'm doing. Look at my eyes,
Amnesia.
too. I mean, the visual representation here is what you need to see. I am relaxed. I'm feeling good. 2 flavors, 1 device, 3 ways to enjoy it. And look, you can even enjoy it at work and still be locked in, all right? Well, take this room. They're all loving my work ethic right now and how I'm running the show. So that's why you can do it while you work. You can do it while you're relaxed. That's why there's 2 flavors and 3 ways to enjoy it. So make sure you tap in with Amnesia today. The best pen in the cannabis game.
It's true.
You guys are absolutely.
That may have been the best ad read in my 10 years.
We got a super chat coming in here that I got to shout out.
I want to have some fun too. Go.
Okay, Exiled Hansen, $10. I don't think he's talking to me.
No, go ahead.
Hansen. Shout out to my mom on her birthday. She just got me a Detroit Lions flag signed by JMO and others for starting trade school tomorrow. Happy birthday. I love you, Mom. Shout out and good luck at trade school.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. Congratulations on trade school. That's what I'm talking about, man. Keep working hard, man. Shout out to moms, man. Respect,
couple more
respect.
super chats in here. Sneaker Chick.
There it
Love
is.
when she shows up. $5. The hook reference almost brought me to tears, Bray. What a great analogy.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
See, I appreciate
we were having fun with
that was
before
for
the
you
show.
and all my Hook fans.
No doubt. Dante
Or
151
millennials, I said.
still remembers when 50 was on a talk show and his thoughts on Ja Rule, and he said, well, he's alive. with an ass-eating grin, I laughed.
That was Fallon, I want to say. He had a suit on. I remember that.
Michigan Go Blue with a great question for Bray here. $5 in the super chat. And again, guys, remember, every super chat's going to get you a spot on the wheel. Every $2 you get on it to win that autograph puck from D-Mac. Braylon, do you get more nervous before watching games on TV or pregame when you were in the league?
That's a good one.
That is a good question.
That's actually a really good one. When I first started playing, let me rewind. When I first started playing in the NFL and I started watching Michigan games, I had never been more nervous in my life. Now, I'll say something and it sounds crazy. I don't care anymore. At the end of the day, your coach prepares you. You should be ready. I still get nervous in the big moments, the Ohio State games, the bowl games, but regular season, not so much. When I first got in the league, I remember watching that very first game. I think Michigan played, I'm a lie if I say it. It was Toledo or one of those schools. And I came up on the sideline. I drove up from Cleveland, came on the sideline. They were playing a MAC school. Man, I was come on, Jason. Come on, Steve. You got to make that. Like, I was nervous on the sideline. They ended up winning by 40. But definitely as an observer versus a player. Because as a player, everybody that's played on any level, you know what? I have an opportunity to affect the game at some point. And when you're just watching, ain't nothing I can do. Even if I'm on the sideline, like, I mean, I can give, Mario Manningham some advice. Mario, you got him on this play right here. You make sure you step to the outside first. But I can't do it. So I think watching, I was nervous.
That's why we gamble.
Yeah.
And a shout out from Drew Moffitt. Drew Moffitt 88 with a $5 shout out. Way to represent the zoo, Justin.
K-Zoo.
Hey, shout out. That's my old coach. I miss him off. Yeah.
That's
he
coached
me. He was my assistant coach for 2 or 3 of
Shout
my college years.
You
so
showed up for him,
off.
and now he's showing up for you.
Yeah.
We love him.
No,
Gotta love
he's
it.
the man. Shout out.
Keep those super chats coming in. Keep smashing that like button until the 4 o'clock hour, and share it as well.
When I brought up Hawaii, you guys brought up Colt Brennan in the chat. Rest in peace. Died a couple years ago. Just stupid numbers coming out of Hawaii. I want to say he had like 6,000 one year.
Great
but
Rainbow Warrior.
The year I came out, Tommy Chang was the guy at Hawaii, and that's the game that I want to play right now. So Tommy Chang, when I first saw him, you can say don't judge a book by its cover. I saw Tommy Chang, I was like, yeah, I don't know about the quarterback position at this level. Tommy was a lot shorter, but super nice guy. Give me some random names of guys that are really good in college, but maybe not so much in the NFL. Tommy Chang was a name that I thought about.
Tavon Austin.
Tavon was nice for the Rams. Not as nice as West Virginia, but he was
nice.
His highlight tape is
right?
like
He was nice.
His highlight tape is up there with like the ones, like Reggie, like
Kajana Carter.
Ooh, I just was with him at Bandon Dunes. Shout out to Penn State Nittany Lion. Finished runner-up.
That's a deep cut.
How you finish runner-up in the Heisman, go number 1 overall? That lets you know politics is real.
And he was a decent pro, but Jabril Peppers.
Kajana Carter was not a decent pro, buddy.
Lindell White.
I just said Jabril Peppers.
Oh, Jabril Peppers, yeah, absolutely.
Lindell White.
Jabril Peppers, I thought was going to be a beast.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he was going to be an absolute beast at the NFL level. Who did you just say?
I said Lindell White.
And I said
he had a moment with the Titans. He had a year with the Titans.
He had more rushing yards than Reggie Bush and more touchdowns in college at USC. And then he went on to have, he was decent.
Who was the running back that got in the fight with the guy in the stands?
I don't know.
Not Lenny Fournette. He was in between Lendale and Lenny. Who the hell was that guy? And he ended up actually winning a Super Bowl.
Here you go. Here's another name. Josh. What's wide receiver from Oklahoma State? Blackman.
Oh, Justin Blackman. Justin Blackman.
Oh, yeah. He had game.
Oh, yeah.
Charles Rogers.
Easy.
R.I.P.
You watched
R.I.P.,
that.
man.
Rest in
R.I.P.
peace, Chuck.
I see what you did there.
Man, that's some good times with that guy.
Some good guys, man. Like, it's a fun game to play. Just coming up with names. I mean, quarterbacks. Oh, man. I'm sitting there thinking. Thought I was going to get some more run at it. All right, give me your...
Honestly, it's just such
Terrell Pryor.
There's too many.
Terrell Pryor.
1,000-yard receiver in the NFL. Shout out to T. Pryor. Yeah, 1,000 yards of
Over
receiver.
his career?
No, in the season. No, in the season.
He was nice that season.
2015. He had 1,001, and I think he had like 900 with the Redskins at the time. Commanders now.
How about offensive weapon, Shoelace?
Ooh.
Yeah.
So much fun to watch.
He
His
was.
Empire days were
I
pretty good,
hated
too.
him, but my man was fun to watch at the college
much
level.
fun.
I'll give you that.
He was
You
good
give
on
me
the Jags.
Shoelace, I see you with Noel Devine.
Okay.
I see you with
That's some
Rondell Moore. Rest in peace.
Oh
yeah, he did
Rondell
just,
Moore,
yeah.
the famous game they beat Ohio State.
He was like
The guy that you were just
Boilermaker.
hanging out with the other week, Mr. Joey Harrington.
How about the
Joey was
tandem
nice.
of
Joey
Javid
was
Best
nice.
and Mikel LaShore?
Joey was
Oh,
nice.
I was
excellent
so high on
college
Mikel
players.
LaShore when he came out too, dude. Him and Nick Fairley, that too. Oh man, I was
Aaron
so ready.
Burbridge. I'm just gonna give all
What was
this
Aaron?
secret.
Aaron, what was the waste of space at offensive tackle? Aaron
Gibson.
All right, let me
400 pounder out of
Oh,
Wisconsin.
he was
Played
let me hit
for
some
him.
of these in the chat because there's some good
I
ones.
bet they
in
got
here.
some
Yeah, I
great
know they got
ones.
some good ones.
All right, we got one pride. He hit the John Ross. John Ross
Ooh.
wrote the 40 record.
You know what's funny? I didn't know about John Ross until he ran 4.22 and then proceeded not to know anything about him in the NFL. I didn't even know he existed at Washington.
No.
But man, he was fast.
Yes, he was.
He had like one highlight in the NFL. Like it was he had a 2 touchdown game, but one play you're like, oh no, he runs 4.2.
Rando with the Manti Te'o pull. I'm gonna throw in Keyshawn Moreno in there as well. He was nice at Wisconsin. We got Vince Young in here from a Diz.
Monty
Ball. Jamarcus Russell, One Pride.
LSU.
Russell.
LSU.
Charlie
Good
Ward.
Charlie Ward.
Charlie Ward.
One of 2 Heisman.
Yeah, but he played in the NBA for a bunch of years, man.
He played, but he won the Heisman. Didn't even play in the NFL.
Right. Because he wanted to save his brain.
But I'm saying but he didn't play it, so you don't.
I got 2.
Charlie Ward at the time wouldn't have been in the NFL, wouldn't have played because one, he was a shorter quarterback, and he also was a black quarterback.
Biggest Spartan bust of all time.
Oof.
Tony Manders.
Thank you. And the guy who came so close to winning the Heisman as a defensive player before Charles Woodson. A team that now resides in the Big Ten. A white guy. Steve
Entman from Washington.
That guy dominated in college.
Yeah, he was nasty. Like end of the 80s, early 90s. He was like 89, 92.
At the NFL.
89, 93. We got any other good? That's some good ones right there.
Jake Plummer.
He was awesome. Jake
Snake
he was sweet in the NFL, dude.
He just had the name. But Anquan was nice in the league, though.
Nasty in the league.
Like, Anquan's almost a Hall of Famer.
Yeah. His first game ever was against us, and he
here.
torched us.
His rookie
he
year, he wasn't supposed to have it all, man. He was the best rookie out of that class.
212. I feel like there's some really good quarterbacks in college.
Danny Werfel.
There we go. There we go. Give me some names. Andre Ware.
Crouch and Couch.
I got a good one.
Tim Tebow. If you want to go that route.
No.
Marcus Mariota. My man. Shout out Marcus Mariota, my guy.
Malik Willis.
He just got paid.
Still got an opportunity.
No.
Monty Ball.
Willis has had a better NFL career than his college career.
Didn't Monty Ball die too?
You said, did he pass?
Yeah, I think he died too.
I don't know.
I think you think
Or
about
Ronnie Hillman.
I digress. Here's a good one, but see, you gotta be a little older. Andy Katzenmoyer.
I remember the name.
Andy Katzenmoyer had one of the most elite names. Even if you hated Ohio State, you was like, yo, that white boy can play some linebacker. Number 45 was a Mack truck. But this is why I was nervous with Jack Campbell. I'm gonna bring this back full circle. The thing that kept Andy Katzenmoyer from being successful as a New England Patriot in the NFL, he was stiff as hell, side to side. Like his lateral movement, he was stiff side to side. He couldn't chase the plays down, and he sucked in coverage. And that got exposed when he got drafted in 1996 or 7 or whatever it was. That's what I was nervous about Jack Campbell when we drafted him 4 years ago. I was literally, all right, see, Jeff, I was legitimately like, I was wrong to a certain extent. And I'm proud to admit that. All right, look. Let's take one last commercial break.
Can you answer this one for me?
Yeah, go ahead.
The two-way player from Notre Dame, the tight end that also played baseball.
Samardzija. Jeff Samardzija.
Yeah, ended up being a better pitcher than he was.
Elite athlete. Yeah. Elite. They had a couple dual sports guys on that team because, if I'm not mistaken, their safety, Tom Zibikowski, also boxed. He boxed in a pro fight and won and then retired. But anyway, one last break. We'll come back. We'll clean the show up. Appreciate you guys. The engagement has been fun, and that's what we're always looking for on this show. One more break, and be the end of the show for the day. See you in a minute.
The most talked about Detroit
All right,
media.
we'll have you read
Other
the
Detroit media, and we love it. It's the Woodward Sports Network.
Experience summer in Detroit with pro soccer at Keyworth Stadium. Every Detroit City FC match brings a new reason to show up early and stay late. Tickets available now at DebtCityFC.com.
ADTV's wall to wall, 22 beers on tap. You know the spiel, you know the deal. This is the place for you. We've partnered up. We will actually be there. Where is the read? We'll be at Art and Jake's
tomorrow.
Start with that tomorrow. Shelby Township. Pull up on us. Come hang with the crew as we'll be live tomorrow, July 22nd at 8 p.m. as the Tigers take on the Chicago Cubs. Come on, pull up. The menu is dope. The people are dope. It's going to be a good time, good vibes. Pull up. Anytime you see an Art and Jake's, know that you are welcome.
And let me tell you about Gold Crown, a great thing to go do before you rock into an Art and Jake's because of that elite menu. It's 1.5 grams total, Cody Keefe, live resin infused, and they are a staple in the game, been around for as long as I can remember. GoldCrownExtracts.com. Tap in at your local dispensary today. And a great way to also upgrade your relaxation game is Massage Chair House. Tap in with Dr. Eric Duncan, who is the largest massage chair showroom in the great state of Michigan. Make sure you check out his YouTube channel as well, where he takes you through the premium models like the Osaki and the Pharaoh massage chair. So make sure you tap in today with Dr. Eric Duncan.
Tommy Frazier, Nebraska. There's a name for you. Since you give me Charlie Ward, Tommy Frazier, Nebraska. Nobody said who?
Matt Leinart.
Oh, I played against Matt Leinart. Shout out to Matt.
Johnny
It was
Manziel.
freaking lefty. Johnny Manziel.
Yeah,
That's another one.
T.J. Duckett.
Hey, Todd. Shout out to Todd Duckett, man. Friend of the family.
Shout
Love
out
Todd.
Colin Klein.
Who?
Shout out.
Tight end?
No.
That's
Quarterback.
what I thought.
Okay. Hey, I'll go there. Colin Klein, quarterback, Kansas State. He was a top 5 Heisman finalist.
Okay.
And back in the day. And you can fact check that.
That's true. Jake Brown was too, so. Jake Browning.
Somebody said Tom Marinovich, right?
Yeah, Tom Marinovich.
Someone
That was
back me up in the
USC.
chat. Someone
Brian
back me up.
Bosworth.
Come on, right there. Look
Brian. That's
Bosworth for
old
sure.
school. I feel like I played against some guys.
Sekou Doumbouya.
J.U. Cold Creek. There's a Michigan State name for you.
J-Who.
J. Who?
J-Who. Cool.
I said, I was messing with you.
J-Who.
What's going on tonight, man? What are you guys into
Third
tonight?
place with 60 first place
Jesus.
Heisman votes in 2012. That's when Colin Klein is from. He was the third place finisher
What's
behind
his name?
Matt
Colin Klein?
Colin Klein.
I'm pretty sure you said Calvin Klein.
I said
No, you didn't.
Nope, I did not. Shut up, Anson. Anyway, third place finisher with 60 first place votes. Colin Klein behind Matt Taiteo and Johnny Manziel. Eat that.
You know what I'm going to be
Fair.
eating tonight?
Fair, buddies.
No, I'm going to be eating junk food.
Oh,
As much as I can
there you
get.
go.
As much as I can get.
Shout out to National Junk Food Day. Anson, way to keep us back on track. National Junk Food Day is today. What are your favorite junk foods to eat? We did our top 5 list. I did my list. Here it goes. If we have it, throw it up there. It's pretty easy for me. Oh, look at the. Oh, it's got the jacket on. I gotta stop. I gotta retire that jacket, man.
No.
I think I wear it too much.
Now, did you get that after you actually started playing?
Yeah, so like my freshman year, I didn't get a jacket.
No.
Like freshman year, I didn't get a jacket. I mean, I played in enough games, but they didn't give it to me, and I was actually glad they didn't. I didn't earn it. After my sophomore year, I went to the equipment room. I was like,
My leather jacket.
I got that jacket. I got that jacket. That's how I rolled up on Lloyd after my sophomore year too. I was in his office. I said, "You got that number 1 for me? You got that number 1 for me?" All right, here we go. Flamin' Hot Cheetos, I think, has been my junk food treat for far too long. I don't eat it nearly as much anymore, but they're still number 1 on the list. Doritos, obviously spicy or Cool Ranch Doritos, but Doritos on here. Albanese gummies, I think they are the best, and I like all the versions of Albanese.
I don't think you can just put Doritos up there. I think it has to be one flavor.
But it's 2. Like, it's Cool Ranch and it's spicy nacho.
Original, spicy nacho, not nacho cheese. Okay, I didn't.
They're like,
I'm just clarifying.
they're interchangeable.
Fair.
And for sake of not
Depends
trying
on
to
the
do
mood.
7,
What mood you're in.
yeah.
The day.
Like I ate a whole bag of Cool Ranch Doritos at Jimmy's house. Shout out to my boy Jimmy Valou. What up, though, Valal? On Saturday, had a whole bag. Luckily, he had 4, so I didn't feel bad. 4 is new. 4 is because of Brittany. It's Brittany's fault. Brittany and her daughter Molly, they're always eating crumble. I was like, man, that stuff's not even good. Had 1, had 2, and now I've been eating them for the last 3 years.
Unbelievable sugar count right there.
True, I agree, but that's why it's like.
Hey, Brittany put you on game, huh?
Yeah, but she also, man, it's too much sugar.
Yeah.
Damn it, Brittany. And then 5 was going to be popcorn because popcorn is my absolute favorite snack, but I don't think that's junk food. French fries. I am a sucker for fries, and they are the worst part about the combo. Hamburger and fries is the fries. It's something about fries when they're done right. Yesterday I was at Red Run, the golf outing. They had fries at the turn. Oh my God, I didn't even have a sandwich. I just had a plate of fries, ran through that, and before I came in the studio, I had another plate of fries. Fries is number 5 for me. Fries gets me weak, man.
He brought in Skinny Pop today. He's not capping.
It's the bag's over here.
Somewhere. Who's next?
You.
So,
Me?
The
Let's do
heckler.
it. Lemonade, dude. Live on it.
Burrito.
I love lemonade.
Fresh squeezed.
But I water it down pretty heavy.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah,
so do love me some lemonade. Any kind of other fruit in it, even better.
Interesting you have 2 liquids on here.
I do. I like liquids.
Right.
Gummy fruit slices, not the kind with the outside peel like it's showing here.
Yeah.
I like the wedges, like the cheap ones from Kroger.
Okay.
Not Meijer. Meijer's are trash. I don't know why they're different. New find.
I can't
number
wait
3.
I'm definitely trying these.
Got you excited.
If I find them.
Recommend them
Where
to
do you get these
everybody.
at?
Right.
They are hard to find.
Vinegar chips are like the best.
Right.
These, but the
But then
vinegar,
apple
salt and
cider?
vinegar, after you've had like 20 chips, kind of starts to wear at your tongue a little bit.
True.
This has like that twinge of the apple kind of cider to it, along with the they're awesome.
I'm pretty stoked on
Kettle makes them, and they're hard as hell to find. Bro.
Kettle makes them. In that case, I'm going Amazon.
That's a good move.
Just order a box.
That is a smart
Send
move.
that to the crib.
Jarritos. Do you know what it means in Spanish?
Overrated.
It means little jars.
I'd say overrated.
Dude,
they're not bad. They're overrated. Like people that love them, they love them to no end.
I love them because it's real sugar and there's not 42 ingredients and nanites. Shout out Coca-Cola.
I ain't drinking that.
Grapefruit, guava, passion fruit.
Guava.
I give you that.
If you go to the Mexican spots, like shout out El Pueblo, Washington Township, they have multiple flavors, not just like the 3-4 that you see everywhere.
Braylon knows.
Yeah, for sure.
Little jars. Anyway,
shout
and then the
out.
whatchamacallit, not the giant. I'm all
That's
about
throwback.
ratios. Giant Snickers, not as good as a normal Snickers. Regular whatchamacallit.
But let me ask you this question: is it Jarritos or is it Warritos? Because they don't pronounce the JJ.
Jarrito.
Jarrito. See,
Jarrito.
there we go. Okay.
The Hets.
Now I'm on
the
board.
New York Hets.
There you go. And then a whatchamacallit. I do like a whatchamacallit. I have one every 10 years, but they are good.
I gotta have something chocolate on here. You gotta balance out. I've been kind of on the Twix lately, but like, I'm gonna choose the whatchamacallit.
I'm gonna get you a black girlfriend.
I've had them.
Now.
Had them.
Right now.
Had them. They
Dark
love Anson,
chocolate,
man.
Okay.
milk
They love me.
chocolate.
We're gonna tap you in.
All right, let me
Anson's
run this
on the
list
swirl.
real quick. Before all right, we do have wings after this, so we have to hurry up. So I'm sorry. Let me run through mine real quick. I don't consider French fries junk
That's
food. That's just
pretzels.
normal food for the kid. I live on that. I'm a college kid. All right, so this is junk food. I got lemonade. I'm with Anson. This is in no particular order, by the way. Lemonade is elite. I don't water it down. That's some bitch shit. Anyway, Coke. I mean, the staple. It's unreal. And then ice cream, any kind. I don't discriminate. Cookie skillet, the greatest thing invented of recent history. Man, that shit's
Looks
nuts.
amazing.
And then my favorite snack food is Dots, pretzels, an absolute staple.
Like isn't it funny when you watch somebody else's list, you realize where you went wrong? I absolutely love Dots chips, and they serve them on Delta. When I tell you, I take a whole bag of their bag, put them in my bag, and take them home. Elite snack, and then salt and vinegar chips.
Apple cider.
Elite.
vinegar.
Yeah.
Somebody in here said
That's different. That's different.
Salt and vinegar in a bag with barbecue chips. Somebody in here said.
Salt and vinegar bag with barbecue chips. Okay, we'll figure that out.
I'll try that mixture.
Yeah.
Burning issues. Apple cider vinegar chips are like crack. Taste like malt vinegar fries.
I may have to stay away then.
Yeah, I'm stoked to try
crack's
them.
addictive.
Hey, Jesse Woodward. Respect Anson. Keeping it decently healthy. Jarritos over Coke, guys. You know that there's nanites in Coca-Cola products.
But see, okay, if we're gonna play those games, then I gotta put the real list on here. What I'm actually eating now. Like I feel like the favorite junk food. That list is from like before my health journey.
This is
I
true.
ain't
Yeah,
I'm not eating like that. No.
Well, this week you might have that.
Yeah. I fell off. I fell off.
Did Riley get one in?
Riley and I have yet to go. We got time?
Right. Yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
Justin might hurt you, but go quick.
Yeah, you guys both have to go quick.
Caramello. My favorite candy bar. Really anything caramel, but Caramello is, I got a soft spot for it. Old-fashioned cake donut. That's not the real image. I'm talking about the real. Everyone
Favorite
knows
place
what
for
it
those?
is. Dime Bakeries in Ypsilanti, Michigan.
Okay. I'm going to throw out
Right off
Varellan's Orchard
Washtenaw.
and Romeo. Unbelievable cake
Shout out
donuts.
to one of Detroit's finest, Fago.
Yep.
The 60-40 blend is mi favorito. It's 60 grapefruit, 40% lime, tons of sugar.
Brominated vegetable oil is in that, also found in fire extinguishers.
That's why I don't consume hardly any of it.
I need to hear about 4.
Jailbreaker chips. If you know, you know.
I don't.
These are, I just recently found out because the building I live in has a vending machine. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to bring these in if I can find them.
Because they're like the only vending machine in the state that sells them. Well, apparently.
But think like tangy, then sweet, then spicy. Like it gives you a nice ride on your tongue there.
I'm in. Bring it in.
All right, here we go. 5. Reese's
Fast Break, soft nougat. Need I say more?
Let's go, Riley.
Riley, you got to run through them quick.
Super quick. We're past 4 o'clock. Number 1, jalapeno kettle chips.
Kettle on the board again.
Absolutely gas. Traverse City cherry ice cream. I had to double down. You know that.
Funny.
Traverse City cherry ice cream. Number 1. Sour Skittles. My favorite candy, legitimately of all time. They came out with a wild berry flavor. That's really good. Find that.
Best Skittles ever.
The purple bag in particular. Purple bag in particular on the Doritos. 100%. Mix them with the Cool Ranch, even better. And then I got to double down on the Arby's curly fries, man.
I ain't mad at it.
Unbelievably gas.
I like the mixing.
All right, everybody, go have some junk food. Don't feel bad about it. It's National Junk Food Day. We appreciate you guys for tuning into the show. Justin, thank you for letting us stay a little bit longer. We'll see you tomorrow. It'll be fun. We'll have more for you. Enjoy your day.
Honey Buns got snubbed, says Freddie Felt. How did Honey Buns not make a list?
Because I'm also not 15 anymore. I'll see you guys later.